I was still at the high school graduation.
Oh my God, look at this.
Whoa, dude.
Look at how fucking
Damn.
bad
I was
this. Look at how
hoping someone
bad
would.
this is.
That's full chin. That's
I
chin strap.
know.
That's a full fucking chin strap.
And then, so I took that
Jesus.
picture. Oh wait, no, wrong one. I guess I didn't take that. I took the other one in the bathroom. I mean, not sure. What about this one? It don't really look like me.
that's a classic.
That's
I've
Harry.
seen that.
Yeah,
you
Yeah,
probably
show
are.
it to him. That's
yeah, see?
during calcite. That's during calcite when I brought the light.
Yeah, see, you totally had a beard at that point. Yeah, I'll try to find another one of me. Would it not have been in 22? Nick posing with a cardboard cutout of himself. Hot dog. What the fuck? I guess I shaved towards the end of college. I don't remember shaving then.
I remember. Hey, Parker. Did you know you smell really nice today?
Oh, I do
Nice try,
remember.
John.
Hot dog.
Surely this will
I
have
just
more
gotta- I just gotta
ramifications
keep
for the
spinning.
session. Holy shit.
Oh my god, it's happening.
I'm back, baby.
November.
I think it late November.
Oh,
It was like 5 months ago.
yeah.
I got D&D starts.
I
Hey,
haven't played
perfect.
since November.
Too bad John's still muted.
No, actually, I muted him even though I didn't roll it. But if I get mute John again, I kind of have to, don't I?
True.
Part of the contract. I don't make the terms. Ooh.
Ba-ba-ba-ba. Gun down.
Sag.
Test. Okay, cool. Now it's coming through.
You have to start scatting if you're not coming through.
Negotiator, now Peacekeeper, had only just recently returned to the side of the party after being turned by Commander. Commander stood over Brelikk, brandishing his hand cannon down toward him when Monarch emerged from her cocoon. An acronym which will remain lost to time. Commander was overridden and, to the party's reprieve, terminated. Seemingly so. Monarch engaged the party in dialogue, giving her input on the situation, while also answering any questions the party might have had. Monarch offered to host, kind of like a funeral procession.
Yeah, you're breaking up a bit.
Okay.
No way it cut back in on that. Oh my god.
Monarch offered to host a funeral procession to honor their fallen comrade, but it fell on deaf ears for the most part, as many of the party, understandably, wanted to leave immediately. Despite their differences, though, Brelikk was the only one who wished to stay and honor Ak. Monarch had her Aegis guard escort him to the incineration chamber, while she escorted the rest of the party to the portal room. Before they parted ways, Misk offered Brelikk a nod, which seemed to hold some kind of solemn significance. Brelikk fanned the
that significant.
flames.
Didn't even show up to the funeral. Kind of fucked up.
Right.
I gave you my reasoning.
Sure.
Brelikk fanned the flames of the incinerator himself as he watched Ock's broken body get turned to ash. During the funeral, the shadows crept forth into the mouth of the incinerator until there was nothing but darkness, and a disembodied voice spoke to Brelikk, a taunt in a riddle. It made a jest of Ock's demise, and it mentioned the tablets. In fact, that these tablets belonged to this disembodied voice. The faithful few were merely borrowing them, as per his language. Brelikk awoke in the incineration chamber, dazed and confused, but pressing forth nonetheless to recover Ock's ashes. The Aegis guard began leading him to the portal room. In the portal room, Monarch suggested Gale to be the next safe harbor for their journey, as they are also neutral in the war, like how Cistern is, and generally accepting of all peoples. The session will begin with the rest of the party, minus Brelikk, arriving in the portal room with portals leading to every single kingdom in Rapture, seemingly. Monarch stands in the middle of this room, awaiting prompt from the party if they have any questions or comments or concerns. So you are all still playing your original characters in this moment, in this portal room. The four of you, Daelin, Negotiator, now Peacekeeper, Jorma, and Misk. You are all in this portal room with these different avenues ahead of you, and seemingly the world before you. As you look between all the portals, is there anything any parting word that you might offer one another or to Monarch? Or will you just step through the portal silently?
I mean, we haven't even told each other what we're doing, right? We're just in the room.
Right. No one knows where each other is thinking of going either.
I'll ask Monarch. Which one of these goes to Forlorn?
She
The one that says Forlorn.
gestures
Sorry.
right to a all of the portals are labeled with dwarven runes.
They have
but-
giant flashing lights.
yeah, it's like a in and out, like massive flashing neon sign. No, it's with dwarven runes, so you wouldn't know unless you So she gestures to the centermost portal for you to consider. But she says nothing.
Then I'll be on my way. And I will walk to the portal,
Damn.
step into the portal, and you will never see me again.
Thank God he's gone. Now we can start a real adventure. We all continue with our actual characters. Just
Oh, now that he's gone. You know?
I think
our
I would
party's
like.
good.
I think I would like to stay my original character now that Mike's gone.
We all just bait. We bait all the evil fucks out of the party and then move on without him.
Wait, so are we in the portal room without Brelikk then?
Correct. Daelin just stepped out, seemingly does not care for the farewells of either you or Brelikk.
Could I at least just retcon a little bit and have a word with Brelikk?
You could wait for him to show up.
Yeah, I think Misk would wait around.
Yeah, but I
he'll-
don't. So I'm gonna go in the portal with
Jorma seems,
with me.
Jorma seems
No,
like he
just
wants to
kidding.
go in the portal.
Jorma's like, peace out, bye.
I'll wait.
Hands when going through the portal, or else when you.
All right,
fucking die.
so Misk will essentially just say that to anyone that's there that once I get to talk to Brelikk, me and Jorma are gonna be heading our separate ways.
And you say this to
This
negotiator.
isn't. Yeah.
Wait, who does he say this to?
Just negotiator, and I guess I guess Mike already left, so
Yeah, just
saying this to
negotiate.
negotiator?
Peacekeeper.
Peacemaker.
Yes.
Wait, no.
Peacemaker.
He's saying this to Peacekeeper?
Yeah.
Okay. So Peacekeeper's looking at the portal. Misk, are you just like somewhere in the room saying this to him?
He's just saying
yeah.
this
Just
out
say
loud, yeah.
I'm just saying we're not gonna like go with you
In
basically.
the
That's
middle
just
of
all
you
I say.
saying that, Peacekeeper walks off into the portal, not acknowledging your presence.
Straight into the Haven portal, he seems to identify, and a flash of light.
What the fuck?
And shoom, and you do not see Peacekeeper anymore. And the portal ripples and then settles. And then it's silent.
And right now we have the ability to do whatever we want. You, me, and Matt, we could send this story on a wild chase.
I'm going to Disneyland.
Let's go to Bankrupt, baby. Back to the puzzle. We walk in the portal with Brelikk on our side.
It's 104 days of summer.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so I wait for Brelikk.
Okay. And Jorma, you agree to do so?
Why not?
Okay.
We've stalled long enough. I can entertain Miss bullshit for a little bit.
I can hold off.
So,
I'm assuming I entered
Like
the room.
7 hit points I have.
Brelikk, you eventually arrive. The
You're
Aegis
gonna kill
guard
me, Will.
step through the door before he does, and you see them flank the doors, and then Brelick's big half-orc body steps through the door, and he has a new pouch attached to his belt. And the glow of the energy in his chest illuminates him as he steps toward the two of you that still remain. You are all regrouped. Whether or not you speak to them or Monarch or whatever you want to do, up to you.
All right, Matt. So we're gonna go through our inventories and dump all of our items to use. You can give
All
us our
right.
new characters.
Matt,
Mule,
this
dump
comes
all
up
the
to
items.
you.
Why didn't we just dump all our items to Matt? This is wow.
Oh,
is
you guys are gonna
cringe.
love me.
Is this
Realistically, our
actually
characters would
Why do you
still
think
need
I
our
waited?
items.
Why do you think I waited for Brelikk? I'm not even joking. Anyways,
Have a good conversation with him because your
Damn.
character realistically would still need your items.
it's only
High
part of it,
perception
but I want.
check from Canon.
Yeah, what the fuck? I have a fucking luck stone +1 across the fucking board,
All right,
including in the shit.
Conic travels back in time to tell Negotiator, I'm going to arrive in this place. I need you to deliver these items for me. And then he's going to show up with more magic items,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, that's... No, I'm kidding.
Plus, Matt's the new protagonist. He's supposed to get all the magic items. That's how it works.
It makes sense with my character lore, Harry. I'm just
My
saying.
character would have done this.
You,
It makes
don't-
sense in context.
you better
Okay,
come with
no,
a good
but-
excuse, you evil, selfish character, giving away all your
Well, if
stuff.
I could get to my fucking... Alright, anyways, so I go up to Brelikk, and they say... I know I said that, that he wouldn't want me seeing him like that. But instead is a warrior. But how was the funeral?
It was calm.
Didn't you have like a
You feel
fever
like-
dream?
Yeah, it seems like
You don't know that.
it seems
No, I know,
like
I'm
he's
just-
telling you he's not giving you the full story, Jorma. You
All
can
right,
tell a
all
little
right,
bit.
yeah,
Any
that's good.
insight
Yeah.
checks?
No.
Not against other player characters, Mike.
I'd say you guys
Alright.
would be able to
Kind of
gather
proof.
that there's probably more than just it was calm, right? I mean, it was a funeral, but
This gives off a slight squint, but he'll let it go. And he'll just say, he'll just say, "So you still intend to follow these priests in this quest and meddle with this war?"
All I know is that a brother has fallen in battle, and I intend to scatter his ashes in his homeland. From
Well-
there, I will find a path.
Well, I've got quite the road ahead of me. I could use some spending cash. If you wanted to buy some of this stuff off me, I'd be willing to sell it to you. I won't be needing it anymore.
This is so funny.
I think I am good.
Oh,
If you would like, I would like to
I
give
told-
you something.
Oh,
I hand him.
Mr. Quint.
I hand
Miss-
him. I hand him what looks like a hood. It's a hood of detect magic.
cool.
I'm wearing
you're
mine
just
right
gonna
now. I have
give that
two.
away?
I have two in my inventory.
I think you need this much more than I. It's clearly important to you. I'd like if you
Takes it,
have
Billy.
you could use a spare.
This takes it, for sure.
Just grim.
Sick.
And he's like, "Are you sure?" And he like pulls out the Stone of Good Luck, a bright yellow translucent gem.
I do not
on,
have
50.
much. I do not have much money.
25 gold. 25 gold.
Jorma,
Half what I bought it
you're
for.
just listening to this.
Jorma
Bro.
looks down at Misk like this guy's a moron. He's trying to sell like an insanely good item for 25 gold.
How about you take this? The fuck is this item here? It's called.
Why are you trying to give me stuff? What
God,
are
I
you doing?
hate shopping sessions.
I'm trying to get rid of shit.
I'm about to walk up
no,
to
Matt.
Misk stuff ass.
Let's see.
Matt, stop it!
Take
Matt,
this
you're the
great.
only
Take
one with
this.
the hood
Take
of
this
tech
great.
magic. You fucked.
How about we trade and you take this great sword? It's a simple great sword.
He's using it as a trash can.
It's
How
like
would
it's
you like great sword worth?
Yeah, you want to transfer shit to me? You're gonna be my trash can, motherfucker. Listen to me.
I was trying to still make it at least plausibly in character that he would do it
Listen,
for gold. You
pl-
fuck.
I don't have much gold. Plausibly, I would trade shit to you. I'm giving you a great sword. Take it.
possibly canon. We need the luck, motherfucker, for Jorma and Misk quest here, buddy. Alright?
But he's the main character.
Stop trying to metagame, give your items away. Your character's a selfish fuck. He wouldn't give away his items.
All right. He says, "No, I just needed
Give
the
him
gold.
some parting
I think
wisdom."
I'll pass."
Apologies. I need to hold on to what little I have left.
Misk will turn and is on his way out, like heading over towards Jorma. Will say, "Just watch your back out there."
As do you.
Jorma, you
As Misk walks away, I don't know if you'd be able to catch it, but he's like just slurring over and over, like, "You should give me the fucking gold."
I wouldn't be paying attention to it.
As Misk
And
passes
then I walk
me,
to the portal.
yeah, as Misk passes me, I'll look back at Matt before I walk in, and I'll look at Brelikk and I'll be like, "Don't be so hesitant. You're a good warrior." And I'll walk there.
God.
Oh, it's canon now, though. You did lose the hood of detect magic. Misk has 3 in his inventory now.
I didn't use it. I didn't give a fuck. Take it. I'm
perfect.
sure one of you.
Damn, Matt is unstoppable.
I'm sure one of
Unshackled.
the 5 other players that are about to enter the party has some form of detect magic, and
No,
you'll find
You're
it
inting me,
useful.
Matt. You're inting
By
me.
all
I did
accounts.
not prepare detect magic. I will say that.
You are
He's a-
inting me, Matt.
He's a caster. Whoa.
I'm not a caster.
No,
Anyway,
not you.
I
know what you are.
I nod to Jorma as he enters his portal, and
And there's a flash of light as the two of them, you see Misk steps into the portal first, and then Jorma
I knew
gets
it.
slingshotted into the portal after he gives you the nod. And there's a flash of light, and
It rips us to shreds. We come out the other side, like morphed together, like this disgusting monster.
Like a clay wire cutting through his body.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Harry, I was thinking the same thing. We were on the same wavelength.
and it's just you now, alone in this portal room with Monarch. And while, you know, the goodbye with Misk and Jorma was not the most heartfelt, you do note that they stuck around, at least, for you to show up, where it seems like Daelin and Peacekeeper had just sayonara'd.
Yep.
Yeah, guys, come on.
Fuck you. guys.
Expectedly so, but
Yes, sir.
I march towards the Gale portal.
okay. Yeah, from before when Monarch identified this portal to you. You see it, you walk up, and the portals are these tall rectangles with this prismatic, almost like shimmering liquid bridging, you know, the inside of the frame of the portal. And it looks like it's just originally dwarven, then modified. It's got these this Warforged technology interwoven with the architecture of the frame, and it just looks like it's been maintained over a long period. Do you step in?
I step into the portal.
All right. You are surrounded by this prismatic hue, and you dissipate, discombobulate. All right, now that everyone has stepped through the portal, we are, to clarify out of character, we have Peacekeeper going to Haven, Jorma and Misk going to Bedlam, Daelin to Forlorn, Ak is on a pouch on Brelick's belt, and Brelikk has entered the portal to Gale.
Amazing.
That's so
I
funny.
am coming with.
We are entering Arc 2 of the campaign. As we do so, I want to announce that the alignment, the homebrew alignment shifting thing that we were doing with the point system is no longer in effect. Their alignment shifts are still possible, but we won't be tracking it on a point-by-point basis, or like the grid system thing that we were doing before.
Gotcha.
Just so everybody is aware. Your decisions will not be arbitrarily assigned good or evil throughout the rest of the campaign. So, Brelikk, you feel yourself approaching the end of this wormhole, and you're spat out into the world. It's like you were accelerating until your like cheeks are like, and then you are spat out into this. Into
I'm
the
just gonna
world.
say I'm stoic through the whole process.
Yeah, you're just like
Yeah, you
just
wish.
just
deadpan.
deadpan, Everyone else would have, had a similar experience.
Auk in the pouch.
Something funny, Mike?
It's waving around.
What's up, buddy?
No, it's alright.
Okay. Just gotta check in with him every once in a while.
See how Mike's doing.
And Brelikk, you fly out and you land in a kneel with one hand in the mud. And your heart's pumping pretty fast because this experience was unlike any you've ever felt before. This is definitely the first time you've experienced teleportation magic, and definitely the first time you've ever even heard of it being used to such an extent, because as you look around, you catch your breath, taking a deep intake of cool air. And you can see your breath as you exhale, and you look around and you see glistening pines, and you hear the sounds of dripping trees, water just pitter-pattering onto the fauna surrounding you. Looks like a storm just passed, and it's kind of like the post-storm clarity. You see some branches lying on the ground. It's probably about mid-afternoon. You stand and you find yourself on this dwarven teleportation pad. It hums quietly, the humming slowly dissipating. And this pad is just grimy, overgrown, and seemingly forgotten. Doesn't look like it can be taken back. It's not a two-way thing. This is, there's no portal on this side, right? So, you're surrounded by trees.
One-way ticket, it seems.
You are directionless. As you look around, just to all the trees surrounding you, and you're just alone, completely.
Any visible distinction in the distance whatsoever?
You can't
First
see
distinction
over the
I
trees.
see. Damn.
Currently, you're not like in an overlook, if that makes sense.
Well,
do you want to make a survival check?
Nope. I'm going to make a dumb check. I take out my blade, balance it on its very tip, let it go,
Yeah.
and whichever direction it falls, I walk in that direction.
Roll a d4.
Sure.
We'll say north is 1, east is 2, etc. Alright, it lands pointing south.
I march south.
Okay.
It's funny because you haven't even brought up the map yet, so yeah, I have no idea where I'm going, honestly.
Yeah.
There's no discernible.
I think when the party is together, you guys have the map. It's just like a gameplay thing.
Damn, y'all could have given me the map. Kind of fucked up. Y'all just fucking left.
Well, hey,
The
some of us
main
need
character. The main
No.
How are they
character's
supposed to know
excited.
where they're
Fuck
going,
you
Matt?
for that, Matt. Fuck you.
How are they supposed to
If-
know where they're going?
Listen, if fate wanted me here, fate can guide me. Going south, baby. Here we go.
Let's go.
We take those.
Brelikk
We
has
take those.
conformed to the Vidalcan ideology. So yeah, you just head into the woods south, and
Yep.
you leave behind this clearing, which you find yourself in. Very peaceful, but you go for a nice stroll through the woods. And you're doing so for a while, just over rocks and over the roots of these enormous trees, and you note that it's not just like a single kind of tree. It's like there's a lot of different kinds, whatever that might mean. But
Why
nothing
can't
really.
trees just all look the same?
Yeah, everything is very very unique looking. So you kind of know if you've been, like, you wouldn't get lost thinking you're in the same place more than once because of confusing visuals. But eventually, you hear the sound of running water, and you could use a drink after all the stuff you've been doing. So you almost dying a couple times and departing from your rest of the party and hosting a funeral for a fallen comrade. You could use it. So you find this stream, and it's just trickling down into a larger kind of very, very thin river, and very shallow. And you kneel down, and you look at yourself in the reflection of the water, and you see just your face absolutely haggard, like super messed up from the previous encounter. You've got, some
Very
gashes
ugly.
along your face, and you look like you just haven't slept in a long time, which you've probably gone at least more than 24 hours without sleeping at this point.
What time of day is it?
It's like mid-afternoon.
Damn. Well, I fill up my water skin at the river
Yeah.
and take a good swig of water and keep trekking, I guess.
As you take this drink, this refreshing, it's like when the water touches your throat, you feel like you have to cough immediately, but you swig it down just because of how dry it is. And as you're taking this long gulp, you hear just like a
Fucking God. Oh no.
I was trying not to laugh. And
Ugh.
you see a brown horse has taken up a drink across the stream from you.
Not more fucking horse motifs.
Saddled
First one on the bigger board.
and
Saddled.
We got one on the bigger board.
Saddled.
geared
Hold
up.
on.
Yeah,
Whoa.
like it's
Okay,
got stuff
character is it?
on it, and yeah,
At first, I'm like, oh, free ride, it seems. And then I see the saddle and everything. I'm like, okay, hold on. I like to make a perception check first just to see. Because it's saddled, and you said it's geared, so it's kind of like,
and
where's the rider?
it lifts its head, smack it as after
The
taking
character
its
is the
long
horse.
drink, and you see this
Just the
horse.
horse.
You recognize this horse.
No fucking way I'd
To be
recognize this
Sugbu.
horse. No. What? Sugbu was a black horse.
Sugbu was he a black horse?
Yeah, he was.
Oh.
According
Well,
to
that's
whatever
correct.
Matt said. Don't know if he
Well-
actually was. But...
You're right, he is. So then we do this as we intended to do anyway.
My horse.
In front of your
Sugbu.
eyes, he changes colors.
Finally.
Right. Well, you bring your hands up to rub your eyes with the water still on them, and the horse is no longer the black Sugbu horse you knew.
Utah moment.
Oh. Hold on.
He's getting you.
Hello.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Pixelated, but
You rub your eyes and you look at this horse again, and you know it not to be this black horse that you once knew, and in fact it is a brown horse which you do not recognize. But
You
yes,
just read-
Damn.
it looks to be you kind of as you feel like you just you've had a long day. But yeah,
Well-
perception to see who you can see. Oh.
Yeah, it took you that long to see. Well,
Well, that's part of the perception check then for sure.
nobody around. Clearly, the horse is mine. I must depart with
Giddy
Slugwu
up.
2.0.
Yeah, and as you see, as you look around and you can't see anything right away, but you splash through the stream a little bit, walking over this horse, and you hear just like a kind of a musical whistling echoing between the barks, between the trunks of the tree, and you see the brown horse lift its head, kind of its ear twitches, and then it just begins off in the direction of the whistling.
I follow the horse.
Hey, you're following
Really?
south.
There's nothing else out here. May as well go investigate.
I can't believe this is the plot device.
Let's transition everyone to the map.
Excellent idea, Dongler.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Dahangala her.
The Hongabadur.
I love the color-coded trail of where we've been.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna draw that one, but from Sanctum to Gale, but
I could do it. It's one quick line. Looks simple enough to me. Barely an inconvenience.
Make it a
Oh,
dash.
I'm
Make it a
grabbing
dash
Brelikk.
line. Hey!
Ah!
Okay, wait.
Oh God, I'm marching towards the edge of the map.
He falls off the end of the world.
And
The horse pushed him.
Brelikk, you follow this horse for a good bit, and you see off into the out of the emerging tree line. Kind of you're arriving more at the coastal side of this, I guess, landmass that you found yourself on, and you see a tabaxi man standing atop the rocky coast, the rocky
Only
bluff,
one man to play a tabaxi.
and he just casts a line out into the water again, and the horse just continues walking up to him.
I'm on over here, Nat. I have a sugar cube for you.
Oh fuck.
Doesn't seem like he knows you right now.
I do a cough. Is this your horse?
The tabaxi, like jerks his head like in a very fast motion at the cloth, and he looks up at you. And it looks like, as you study the quick reaction more, it looks like he had his hand going to his side as if to reach for something, but sees you kind of stopped in motion and looks you up and down, noticing that you look way worse than anything he's seen out here.
Yes, it's his name is Nat. He likes to wander. Sorry if he bothered you.
It's okay.
You okay there, big fella? You look like the aftermath of a centaur camp.
I've had a long couple days. I've only just recently arrived in Gale. I'm here to scatter the ashes of a fallen comrade.
I'm sorry to hear that. Was he close with you? Or they, or she.
We-
I don't mean to presume.
We were okay. We
God
were-
damn it.
What were their pronouns?
I'd say we were just becoming good friends, but sadly, that friendship came to a sad end.
See, he begins putting his hand on his fishing rod again, almost to possibly save this catch. And he
Well, fortunately, the world gives its blessings, but it doesn't hesitate to take them away. Even those closest to you. All we can do now is honor the memory. Were you planning to do something with the ashes?
Plan to scatter them somewhere, either very nice or, if I could, find somewhere of his memory to scatter them at.
Yeah, Brelikk, you say this, and you think almost as if this this bluff that this tabaxi stands on in this moment with the gentle breeze and the sun kind of setting in the distance, it could be a place for you to do it. Otherwise, though, it does seem like it could be done in a place that Ak remembered or was fond of somehow. It's up to you.
I think it would be cruel of me to just scatter them at just a nice location instead of trying to at least find a memory of his. I will not be scattering them here.
Makes sense to me.
I don't have much to help you, but perhaps this will be of some service.
he reaches around in his pack behind him and he pulls out looks to be a roll of bandages for your wounds. And he also has about 2 raw fish. It looks like he caught recently, so some nice fresh meat. And he offers both to you. Tosses over the bandages specifically, waits for you to catch it, and holds up the 2 fish.
I greatly appreciate it. I go to grab my my coin pouch and ruffle in there for.
Oh, no. No need. I just like to stay prepared. There's been some bad attacks in this forest. It's quite dangerous. I always like to stay prepared now.
You mentioned centaurs?
There have been centaur tribes hovering the outskirts of Gale, but they're unpredictable, but there is also the occasional monster. So, I just like to stay prepared.
You mind if I join you for the time being? I don't know where I'm going right now.
Yes, I plan to pack up soon here and head back to the city. If you wanted to join me, but you could help me by catching a few fish before then. I seem to be too short.
Sure.
It pays the bills. It sells very well in the lower districts. They love fish.
I have never had any.
Really?
Nope.
Ever?
Nope.
Are you from Cistern or something, friend? Or perhaps,
Oh, it is.
It's been a while. I hail from Heritage.
I wouldn't have guessed.
He seems to smile and continue his fishing. But,
No fish are up there in Heritage?
Little to nothing up there, I'm afraid.
Ah. Yeah, after the war, I heard there's a lot of harsh land up there.
Yeah, the realization that there's a reason for our mindless battles. We have little to nothing. But I'm coming to terms with the fact that war is not always the solution to everything.
Well, fortunately for us both, you'll find no war here. This is, thankfully one of the neutral kingdoms, so you will be safe. I assume that's why you came here, besides, unless you just wanted to spread your friend's ashes.
I'm not sure what's my fate, what my path ahead of me is. I came here just to scatter the ashes, but maybe there's something else here.
Well,
And Brava, you
Gale
think
has
there's a half-orc also evading fights and conflict that might be a good fit for this guy.
You know, I think you remind me of someone. I think I know just the place for you back in Gale.
And he reels up the last fish.
It's like, oh, this is the biggest one yet. Lucky me.
And
What do you want me to roll for fishing?
Oh, roll me an animal handling check if you were helping.
Animal handling? Fuck me.
Here, fishy,
God
fishy,
damn.
fishy.
That's a good.
Can I
that's a
roll?
good use
Can I
of
roll
animal
survival?
You can roll survival,
No.
sure.
Perfect. That would make.
Oh, there we go.
Let's go.
Yo.
Yeah, so
I
Brava's
rolled
like,
well.
This is the biggest one yet.
then you just reel up this absolute
Tuna.
unit. Yeah.
Literal tuna.
Yeah.
Well, I think I got a big one. Is this big?
I've seen bigger.
Okay.
He looks very frustrated.
Beginner's luck.
Yeah.
I go
Let's
for
get going.
I go for another. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, you sit out there for another 5 minutes while Brava packs up, whistles the horse Nat back over as he began to wander again after just a little short while. And
Come on, let's head back before it gets too late.
Alrighty. I used those bandages and ate the food he provided.
Roll
Did
a
I get-
1d8
Nice.
plus your
1d8
survival.
plus my survival. So
Yeah.
that's 1d8 plus
Or-
3.
Yeah, that's fine.
6.
You got 7 HP.
Oh, 7.
And we'll say you kind of, the gash that might have been just like along the side of your head, you focus on that one. You wrap kind of a little bandage around that to keep that from bleeding all over yourself. But yes, you, Brava, and the horse Nat steps out, following the coast, it would seem, him using the water as a frame of reference, and you walk in this way for a while, traveling. He's just off his horse, just leading it, and you come eventually to a rope bridge. A thin part of this coastal water you were fishing out of before seems like it thins up as you move down the coast, and in the thin part you are able to find a rope bridge that
detail moment.
a rope bridge that just takes you across. Pretty shoddy, seems pretty old, but gets the job done. The horse is a little about it, the idea, but you know, he crosses eventually, and the help of Brava. And
Did he tell me his name?
believe he did. But
I will abruptly go. I apologies, my manners. My name is Brelikk.
Nice to meet you, Brelikk. The name's Brava.
It's nice to meet you.
And Brava continues leading Nat and you across. And you enter back through the trees into the green kind of the woods. On this path, you travel for quite some time, and the light in the sky slowly wanes as you do so. The beams of light coming through the canopy of the trees becomes less and less evident. And eventually you get the sense that you're almost there, and as you're on this road you pass what will look like a series of small campsites that appear overturned and torn, tents with holes, fires stamped out, barrels and crates that were once there previously are just like splintered and broken across, in smithereens throughout this campsite. And the most notable part of these campsites you see are these black puddles. You weren't sure if it was the light originally waning and like the shadows creeping in, but it's these black puddles and splashes and specks of guar left over from something. You're not sure. Brava doesn't look so keen to investigate. It's off the main path, so he doesn't seem to be paying it any mind, but you take note of this.
Is this from the centaur attacks?
It might be. Like I said, there have been rumors of, giant beasts making their way through, but I haven't had the opportunity to see any. I like to stay to the path. Safer that way.
And with that, you continue until nightfall. And the mud splashes beneath your feet more and more as you seem to enter an area that seems much more downtrodden and actively visited. You see lights of buildings kind of flickering throughout this dark lower quarter, almost like an outskirts of the main city. And as you look up toward the sky, you see a dark black tree painted across a midnight landscape with the two rings of Salus and Luez kind of shining down on where you are. And Brava stands in front of this tavern, and he looks to you with a smirk on his face and gesturing up to the door.
I appreciate you guiding me here. It's definitely been a long day.
Yeah, no problem. I plan to take a small break in here as well. So, our journey doesn't end yet, but I welcome you to, take shelter here. I feel like you'll be well off here.
I appreciate that.
And he he attaches the horse lead to the post outside, and he enters into a tavern. And you look up the sign with your dark vision ?
Yeah.
You see
60 feet.
The Tattered Pelt is the name of this
Tattered Pelt.
This tavern. and
Man, it's really the beginning of a new campaign, it feels like.
you enter. Oh, trust me, it's gonna feel like that for sure. Everyone else. You are, by some stretch of the imagination, somewhere in this tavern. We'll start with you, Kev. You are sitting at a round table, drinking with some half-orc bros that you met, named Ertrad and Denzum. And they're what's that?
Urtron, Denzum, and Kev.
I'm not
Big
from
Kev
around
kinda
here.
guy.
What's up, bro?
And
Fucking Chad table over here.
you've been
And
watching
then
them.
some.
Yeah, Denzum.
Denzum.
You watch. You've been watching, bewildered, as these two half-orcs are locked in this mortal arm wrestling match, and they have been for, by your count, about 5 minutes probably, and they just haven't moved from the center. And you see, like, the old half-orc, Ertrad, sitting off to the side. He's got this super big underbite, and just like a little bit of dribble coming out of his mouth as he like, give up, boy.
You see the one across from him, much younger. More muscular, if I have to say. And he's wrestling him back, and he's like, I think you're feeling weak, old man.
You got the youth. I've got the experience. And they're just like, and then eventually just right at the same time, they both just and they both just drop their hands.
What's that? 97 ties, by my count?
That's 98, I think. And they both just like put their big meaty arms on the table and just grab these massive steins.
Tankards.
Just
Oh.
and just a little bit coming
I'll
out of his.
sip with them.
Oh, that hits the spot.
Oh, it does. How about you, Kev? You said before you got some ring on your finger, isn't that right? It's got a tavern on the inside, you say? Why even bother coming to this dump?
You might be lonely.
It does get a little boring in there. Takes up my wine.
Smoring. Not a whole lot going on here.
I don't know, you put on a great show.
Here to please. And
It's kind of this whole time, I've kind of just been inspecting them to see if they're carrying anything that would be of interest.
right.
Mostly jewelry,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Half orcs. Jewelry.
Make a perception
Yeah.
check.
Probably not, but
Make a perception check.
Be a family heirloom.
Big old nose ring.
Let me slap up the two half orcs for you.
You gonna mage hand a nose ring off an orc?
He might.
Perhaps.
oh.
Jesus. Which one's Densum?
Densum is the right
Barely
one.
knew him.
What'd you get? 18? Yeah, so in terms of jewelry, you note that the old half-orc, beneath his beard, you know, when he lifts his head up to, you see it lifts up, and you see a pendant around his neck, and you, in your limited knowledge, you know it to be religious in some nature, but it doesn't look like it has any kind of stone. It seems rather primitive in its design. And for Densum, you see he's wearing some earrings on his left ear. He's got many piercings just sticking out, and he might even have one on the inside of his mouth somewhere. It's not uncommon for sure for these for half-orcs to be adorned with these more tribalistic piercings. Alex, you step on over, chunking your way through the tavern, and you notice that these half-orcs are pounding them down, seemingly drinking away some kind of bad day, and you have a keg full of ale. You look behind the bar, and the tavern keep looks at you expectantly. Is Will here? Is he with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I will like trudge my way over with loud thundering steps as I walk over, and like you see as he tries to like kind of scoop, like he walks sideways and kind of shuffles through the tables so he doesn't knock anything over, and he grabs the spout from the side of the keg, and he just fills the glasses up perfectly to the top. That's what's nice and foamy at the top.
Yeah.
And he fills both of them up, and he stands there for a second, and he does the same thing. He shifts and shimmies back to the tables and walks back to the thunders behind the bar. And
so you fill up the, right as these guys, they finish, you see it's just completely empty, and almost like Ertrad didn't want it to be empty. He's like, just immediately lashes out, "What's a guy gotta do around here to get a proper drink?" And then he just sees that you're just like immediately filling, making sure he is never low enough to complain about his drink.
there is never an empty cup.
Yes. And he's like, "Ugh. Many thanks to you." And he, as you know, thumbs to you, or he just kind of splashes out some gold onto the table in return for your service. It looks like there's quite a substantial tip within it.
I kind of put my hand out, and it's like the hand is very flat, all in one line, and I kind of press it flush with the table and scoop it into a little drawer, and then I'd push it back into my body, and then I kind of give a little nod, and I spin my little head, and then walk back towards the barkeep while my fucking loud ass trudging across.
For sure. So you will all find yourselves on this map. Let me get this. There we go.
The fuck is that? In the middle of fucking...
That would be Will's character as he
What the fuck?
back to away from
can
the
show it.
table.
You had a Utah moment.
Definitely.
Can other people not see the background of the map?
I'll make sure that you can.
Okay. It's black for me.
I forgot how to show it to players. Oh, here we go.
Oh. Dude, that's sick as fuck.
So
That's rad.
I am
That's
a large.
awesome.
I am a large lad.
That is awesome, dude. Holy shit.
So Parker can't see it. Parker's token is on the map.
I can try reloading. I haven't tried to restart it.
This is a
Vision.
classic Parker move. / Tragedy of War move.
I wonder why.
Actually, I don't think it was Parker before, was it?
I
was
love
me.
tragedy.
It was me and it was
me.
it was me and Mike.
I'm good now.
Blame.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'll
I'd give it a
relog it.
reload. Yeah.
I'll see how
if
that goes.
fixes it.
No,
It did not. Okay.
it did not.
Let me try deleting you.
Nothing.
Um.
Is my my
Did
drive
you?
full
Yeah.
again?
Did you check your RAM, Parker?
Fuck off.
Make sure you guys change your character display names.
God damn it! I actually don't have much room on my C drive.
Yeah, how do you do that?
Give me a minute.
Just click on it in the bottom left.
Download more RAM.
Al X. ALX.
It's
Alright,
ALX.
I'll free up some
ALX.
space and I'll let
Hey,
you
how
know.
do I-
Yeah,
how do I
just
change-
got it. ALX. That's
Thank you.
fucking good.
Thank you.
How do I change which of my names is presenting?
Murdoch.
I think it's just he's talking about in the lower left on the player list. You can right-click your
Yeah.
name and then just change your name
There
in
we
user
go.
Banana
configuration. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So seeing is not mandatory for this sequence, I suppose. Is weird that you're not able to load this though. Maybe we can troubleshoot.
Yeah, you the fucking
I'll
pickle
delete
of
some
the
hard drive
suit.
space.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, what do you think I am?
I don't know. You look like a pickle.
I turned myself into a pickle.
I was gonna say that man is clearly a banana in disguise.
Yeah, I know. He's the peanut butter jelly banana. He's just-
Peanut butter jelly.
Okay. So Roland, in this moment, you feel yourself lazily stepping down the stairs of the Tattered Pelt, having a hard time sleeping tonight. You're not having the best night. You thought maybe walking it off a little bit, or just getting out of bed and then coming back would aid you in your sleeplessness. So you step down the stairs. Is there anywhere you kind of go? You get to the bottom of the stairs and you look around. You see these braziers throughout the tavern, these kind of hearths, and then just tables, mostly empty. There are not a lot of people in here tonight. You see the large Warforged waiter that you've met once or twice, and you see the tavern keep Mug standing behind the bar, polishing some glasses, and you hear the door swing open as some new people enter. You with us, Cannon?
Yes. Apologies.
Never.
Your character is at the bottom of the stairs of the Tattered Pelt, and he's
Yeah.
looking around. Where do you gravitate toward?
So he's probably coming down from whatever room he's renting, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And honestly, he beelines it for the bar, and
Okay.
he's just gonna request some food.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, he'll walk past people. Kind of has a sour look on his face currently.
Makes sense.
So I walk up.
Yeah. So Roland is making his way to the bar. While he's doing that, Conic, you are
Yes.
watching
Oh no.
these half-orcs have this mortal arm wrestling and then just drinking their hearts out, and this satyr seemingly sitting across from them. And
Quite uncivilized creatures, don't you
yeah,
think?
they're being very loud as you're trying to read. You look back down to your
I'm not gonna see
newspaper, and you read the headline. It says,
What I see on the headline.
Duo Killer Lights the Night. You continue reading the excerpt on this article.
A grin passes my
There, so as you read, there's the general shtick you get is that there's a charred corpse of some member of the inner flock found dead in the upper branches of Gale.
The inner flock.
The inner flock, as you know it, is the royal guard of Lord Akko. And
I see.
you have you continue to read, saying the crime matches the signature of the one they call the Duo Killer, and extensive investigations are being launched to find out who did it. Despite it being rumored that this killer has been around for quite some time, they are only now taking action to find him.
I've been in this city for a while now, and I actually do frequent the bar because it's more inconspicuous. Do these people wrestling look like newcomers?
One of them does. The old guy, you see him come in here quite a bit. Seems like just some old schmuck on his final days. Just a really sour apple. The other younger guy, he just got in yesterday. And so he's new. You think that they're related somehow.
I'll keep watching for their behavior.
Katsu, you were on the far side away from Conic, and you're kind of got in here recently looking at the decor in this establishment, as you find it very different to the surroundings that you're used to, which is very more pious, more clean surroundings. This seems to be the exact opposite. It looks like there's a rowboat on display behind a couple of boulders, and this rowboat just it's very weathered and old with moldy wood, and there's a broken oar coming out of the inside of it. You're not really sure why this is here in the middle. It's almost like a proud decoration of sorts. You look above this rowboat, and there's along the walls just heads of huge animals just mounted in all facets of this wall. And they're all just various. They're all large beasts, but there's a huge variety. There's bears, there's saber cats, there's even horses.
Entire horse head.
Notably, black horse head.
Ed?
So head.
Exactly. There's
Can't believe
Okay.
they've done this.
pelt rugs, buckskin on the walls, and a few strange looking pelts. Would you like to make a medicine check?
Yeah, I'll make a medicine check. By the way, I did clear up some space as I'm opening up my character sheet. Now I can see stuff.
That is
Was
crazy.
it actually RAM? Was it
Yeah.
actually-
No,
Yes.
it's not RAM. It's storage
It's-
on your boot drive.
Yeah.
It's
I
because
don't know
it's because
fucking why.
well, it's because Windows won't allow you to store certain temp files if you don't have
Yeah.
enough clearance on your hard drive.
That makes sense. So it's just so stupid.
Super troll. We've run
It's
into
so
this problem
troll.
before.
That's
which is-
honestly really
Yeah.
funny though.
I went from
What
2.5
is?
gigabytes to like 5.5 gigabytes free,
Dude,
and
when
now I can see shit.
When I have fucking Foundry open, like, and if it's even if it's like the only tab I have open, Chrome is using a gig of RAM.
Foundry
That's
does
not a problem on Opera GX, the most optimized
GX.
gaming.
Opera GX.
This is a reminder for all members of this D&D group. Download Opera GX, the browser for gamers.
I should actually
gamers.
fucking
Fucking boot
check
drive clear.
Just download more RAM.
Clean your
actually should check-
computer.
Opera's using 1.5 gig about.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
There.
Uses the same. A little more, actually. Anyways, I investigate the pelts with my medicine check. I get up real close to them, give them some sniffs, examine what they're like.
Yeah. So, with your check, you know that they don't. While they look like fur, and they certainly smell like fur, they don't, strike you as those of any animals you've ever encountered. It's kind of strange.
Okay. I look very pensively at the wall and look it all up and down. I go to like stroke one of them, and then I look down at the boat, and I look at the oar. You said it was like a broken oar, like partially intact, moldy, and kind of falling apart. I'm gonna kneel down and pick up the oar and brandish it like a quarterstaff, and just like quickly do some like flip with it to, and like with like feeling the weight of it to see how it would fare as one.
And from the back of the room, you hear, "Oh, you be careful with that. That's got sentimental value." You hear it coming from the half-orc behind the bar. He's like waving a tankard
okay.
at you.
What kind?
You're whipping it around.
Nostalgia! Simpler times.
Make some new memory. And I start flipping it around some more. I keep
What the
Can you make like an acrobatics check as you're whipping this around?
What the fuck?
That's so good.
Wow.
Based.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Somehow you don't hit anything as you're whipping it around. That's more akin to your past skills you honed. But what's more surprising is that as you are testing out this ore, it feels very close to breaking. It feels fragile in your hands from all the years of neglect and whether it's traveled. The fact that it hasn't snapped in your hands by this point is a marvel of science.
And Katsu, after you feel these things and you spin this ore and you hold it in your hands, you look at it and you think, wow, this was a great ore at one point in time.
and then I think to myself, but it is long past its golden years.
Exactly.
And I drop it into the boat.
All right. Just,
I'll continue walking around the tavern and kind of explore more of the decor.
Yeah, you do so.
Just taking a look.
Ambiently, you all see this smaller, kind of younger, youthful dragonborn stepping around the walls of this tavern, kind of admiring it like it's some kind of exhibit. Parker, you want to describe your character?
Yeah, a young, relatively fit dragonborn. Chromatic, seems to be of the red variety. Ignore the little marsupial friend. I probably should have cropped that out of the picture. Unless you want to give me it. But
He has a rat.
We'll talk
I've been
about it.
feeding it this whole time.
I've been feeding it. I promise.
My picture has a marsupial.
I'll change my background right now to the one with the rat if I get to actually have a little marsupial friend. seems to be wearing old tattered clothes one would get at a monastery, but they're not quite fitted properly. The sleeves seem looser and more flowing. Looks like he's not really keeping up with the typical way one would wear it or one would respect their garb. It's dirty, it's got burn marks on it. And he's got a very cocky look on his face as he just looks around the room like he owns the place, examining the the heads on the walls and the pelts.
Awesome. So you all catch a glimpse of this adolescent dragonborn out of the corner of your eye in the backdrop of whatever it is you're doing every so often. We will swap it back to Brelikk as you through the front door.
Nice.
And Roland, you make it to the I know. Roland, you make it to the bar and you sit down, and the tavern keep
That was a long walk.
steps on over to you. Hey, you know what? Hey,
That's cool.
And he's polishing a tankard, and he's oh, what'll it be, Roland?
Just whatever meat you got on the menu right now. It doesn't fucking matter.
So we go here, right?
Centaur meat.
Get you what you need. You look like you could use a proper food coma to set you back off. Get right on that. And he begins cluttering around in the back. Just thunk. Seemingly opening up some barrel of just this piping hot steam and smoke comes billowing out, and he just quickly with some tweezers grabs some large slabs of meat. There's some ribs, there's like a pork chop, there's like a steak, and it's all already cooked. And he just puts the lid back on the barrel, and you just hear like the simmering die back down, and he just kind of accumulates it all on the plate. Brelikk, you enter in with Brava. And Brava kind of just continues on through the tavern and heads straight up to the bar. And as the tavern keep turns around, he says, "Hey, Brava! You ought to stop by in here more often. What can I do for you?"
Hey, Mug. Well, I have a person of interest I brought to you. See, he was lost outside the forest of Gale, and he gestures to Brelikk.
And Mug carries this massive platter of meat, kind of walking over as they approach to Roland and slapping it down. And he kind of just sets it down in front of you, and he goes, "On the house, Roland." And he heads on over to Brava as he enters.
Roland will, as he leaves, Roland will still put down a gold piece on the counter.
Very, very
Harry,
noble.
am I able to do something?
Yeah.
All right.
Or how much?
I will
I
walk
suppose.
over, and Roland, looking down at your plate, you see as like a shadow appears over your food,
Oh no.
and a kind of a red laser sight appears on your food, and if
A
you turn
what?
back, like a red little laser dot, and if you turn to look back, this big imposing Warforged looks over you,
No!
and then Alex will reach to his side and pull his little nozzle and fill your cup with ale, and then waddle away. And I'll waddle back to get another barrel of ale to refill.
Cannon
He'll
hates
put
it.
he'll put another silver piece down on the table.
You do so. And Konnik and Kev and even the half orcs sitting at your table, Kev, you all would have taken notice of this newcomer and this tabaxi as they entered the scene. And notably, Kev, you watch as Ertrad kind of just flashes this grimace as he sees the tabaxi. And Mug looks on over. He's like, "Person of interest, you say?" And he walks back over after putting it down, and he kind of tucks like a handkerchief in his belt, and he sees Brelikk. And Brelikk, when you see him and he sees you, you see this
And I see you.
facial expression change to that of like a wide-eyed, like, "You're the chain catalyst, ain't that right?"
Don't quite like that name, but yes.
I'll be. You look like right shit, you know that, mate?
Chained catalyst, what do you mean?
This one's like a famous in heritage. You know, he's the right hand of Maladar, chief, that is. He and him, they're like this.
That is not exactly
they were
how
like
I
that
would
last
put.
night.
What you doing here in Gale?
Attending to some business.
Last I heard,
Uh,
you was headed for Cistern. Out to that, festival of peace it was, on behalf of, the chief, isn't that right? Didn't go so
Yes.
well, I'm told.
It's been a long few days, and yeah, I've been employed by many of people between Cistern and here.
I'm sorry it had to go down that way for you. Didn't seem to go so well. I hear some right horrendous stories coming from that part nowadays. It's in the paper here, and he grabs over just like a small section, slaps down the paper in front of you off to the side, and you see on the front page of this paper, you see across the top, "The Cat's Meow." Seems to be the paper that publishes this this excerpt, and the headline below it says, Anodyne, king or terrorist?
I guess there's free speech here.
Oh, thank God. Think of the press.
Who was Anodyne again? That's
You recall Prince Anodyne
Oh yeah.
from your
Oh my
time
God.
in Cistern,
Yeah.
all the way back in sessions, in the earliest sessions of the campaign.
Yeah.
Harry, could you give us some?
Not the not the most charmful of individuals.
Right, I think he had a hard time finding his way. He never quite fit in the leadership role, I don't think. But, yeah, it sounds like he's taking charge. I'm not a fan of his personally. Don't quite agree with the method that he's chosen to go with. But, you know, whatever Sister needs to do to feel safe, I suppose. And you glance down at this paper, and the general gist of this, under this headline, is that it's reporting that the neutrality agreement was broken in Cistern when its local towns came under attack, and Anodyne took action. In his address to his people, quote unquote, we will stand by no longer. Mandatory conscription for the physically able throughout Cistern. Though many seem to doubt their capability to produce an army, but others say that there are many ancient artifacts buried beneath the sands of Cistern. Who knows what they may unearth? Kind of leaves itself on an ominous note. And Mug continues, oh, I'll just, well, I'm sure you don't want to be seeing, I'm sure you don't want to be bothered by any of that. And he, like, grabs the paper and pushes it off to the side in front of, just off to the side down the counter where it came from. You look right tired. I can fix you up a drink or some food if you like.
What's it called? I grab my coin pouch, set down, like 2 gold coins. I'll take a room, but beforehand, I would like an ale.
Oh, no. On the house. Matter of fact...
Is this guy?
Matter of fact...
The main characters out of the building.
Oh, no.
Matter of fact, rounds around the house. Hey, look, so... Why don't you fill everybody up, shall you? And
He's gonna go out of business.
Chug over the fresh taker.
hey, what? You make sure everybody gets their fair share of ale.
I still tip Mug gold coin, and as Ale X passes by and gives me a cup of ale, I tip him a gold coin as well.
I'll put it into my little register pouch. And I'll
It's like a
put it, push it back in.
Dude, I love it. Oh my god.
I'll put my hand over my glass.
Damn.
Hey,
Okay.
like, this confuses you.
Yeah, the looking down, he looks at you, and normally he doesn't like look, but now he looks directly at you, the red dot pointing at right between your eyes, and he kind of like looks at you like expectantly.
Does he request
None from
why
me.
the fuck? Okay.
What is my purpose?
Alex will
You poor
Alex
beer.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Alex will grab a mug off his side, fill it, and then put it down for Mike.
Mike, why don't you
Continue
describe
moving.
your character as Alex is beaming down on you?
Oh yeah.
Alright. I am
Jesus.
What was that?
pretty, like a middle-aged young satyr. Not super fancy
Middle-aged
clothes.
young.
Like younger,
Middle-aged,
but
young.
Middle-aged.
old.
young.
He's like in his
Oh.
early 30s, you know.
I don't know how fast.
You're on
satyrs
death's
actually-
door. Holy shit.
You know, he's 15, but it's 15 long years, right? Like,
He's lived a lifetime in experiences.
Exactly. Pretty
15
common
years.
clothes, maybe a little bit nice, but he's got a nice shiny ring. About it.
Okay. And Alex, you begin continuing around to fill up the drinks, and you spy a man in the shadows, leaned up in the dark behind this newspaper. You notice that his drink is completely empty, and that you had never actually seen this man up until now. So you go over to give him his first fill on the house.
I lift my cup up.
I excitedly fill it.
excitedly.
He will.
With much enthusiasm.
You see, like, some...
I love this character so
As
much.
you
No.
trust me,
It's and foamy.
You just know that my guy's eyeing you down right now, and he's wondering, I wonder what secret you might hide.
He doesn't say it, but his eyes say it.
Yeah, he doesn't say this. His eyes say this.
I think he's just a warforged that loves to serve ale.
Jack, want to
I'll fill
describe
up
your
that-
character for
Yeah,
everyone?
okay.
Clearly
So-
a banana man.
From the from the head down, he just looks like your average businessman.
Excuse me?
Strange attire in this world, but overall.
He's Saul Goodman.
From the head up, though, you don't know what the fuck this guy is. It
Is
seems
that
he
a
has
neck
a
brace?
weird veil.
What fucking anime is this from? What fucking manga is this?
Anyways, that's the description.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this strange man gives you a crazy smile from the darkness as you fill it up and you continue on your way on your mission to fill up everyone's beers. And Roland, you're chowing down into some delicious ribs right now, and it appears like it's a lot of food that he just gave you. You definitely can't eat all of it, but you know you'll eat until you're satisfied. It's got some smoked, very smoky flavor, very saucy as well. It's not a clean, dish to be given, but you do your best to keep yourself, you using napkins often. And Alex, you pour a beer for that little man down at the bottom. Looks to be a halfling, and he says, "All right, thank you kindly," and raises his tankard to you. "And to the chained catalyst," and he. Katsu, are you behind the bar?
Yeah.
He's been behind the bar for a while,
Yeah,
dude.
that's so funny. Yeah, so while Mug is, fanboying over Brelikk here for a moment,
God.
you just see the Dragonborn just continue walking, kind of examining all of the things. Katsu, you even pick up the lid of the barrel with the steamy meats, and you're checking on him as, yeah, it smells real good, and you want to take some? And you put it back, and Mug suddenly turns around. All right, well, you're not supposed to be back here. This is employees only. Yeah. Unless you're looking for a job.
Alex
How can you afford to pay anyone? You're giving everything away!
My
I'm
business
taking
is
a-
none of your concern, Roland.
I'm taking a look at the scenery,
A
but
service or product deserves pay, that's all it is.
He remains focused on Katsu. What'd you say, Parker?
I'm taking a look at the scenery, but if you'll pay me for the night, I can stay back here. I continue rummaging through stuff, just like looking through baskets and in ale mugs.
Hey, my head turns into 360 seeing him behind the counter and gets a little territorial. He's messing with the brew.
We don't. It's not too busy of a night, so I don't think we need that extra pair of hands. And he gets kind of closer to you, which you're not intimidated by, being of martial nature. Between you and me, my current employee ain't too doesn't take too kindly to new additions, guess I should say.
The red dot
And then
beaming on your chest.
he kind of looks over his shoulder, and Alex is just look over.
Yeah, I lean in really close and say, "Who?" And then before he looks over and the shadow is cast over us, I'll take my leave, and I'll hop up on the counter, kind of just perch on it for a second before dropping down.
You wanting any kind of refreshment or sustenance there, Dragonborn?
I'm good.
All right.
Continue exploring around the side.
Do you think he's related to any cats?
He looks about the size of one. Not your size, though, brother. You're fun-sized.
What's that supposed to mean?
You notice that Brava, in fact, is much shorter than the average tabaxi, probably like halfling size. More of a little rascal.
He's one of those Norwegian forest cat tabaxi. He's a little tiny dude.
You calling me small?
I ain't calling you big.
What if I am, brother?
Well, I might just have to leave a bad review.
Oh no, don't do that. No. Please, don't leave bad reviews. Leave good reviews of how I gave you food on the house.
Roll just fucking face palms.
There's like this moment where Brava just like looks at Mug and then he gives him a smile and he's like,
No need to worry. I don't leave bad reviews for friends.
Abruptly, the half-orc at the table off to your right, Roland, just scoots the chair back and then steps off the chair, and he begins making his way over to the bar, and out of the corner of your eye, you see him approaching. You don't know if he's coming to you or just the bar, but he is approaching, we will say.
rapidly.
I keep him in my peripheral. I just kind of.
He's not running. Oh man. Brelikk, you. Well, actually, no, yeah. Mug will see Katsu, kind of, admiring the decor, continuing. He hops over the counter and then continues looking up at the walls. Purposefully, it would almost seem. And a Mug goes, something catch your eye on the wall there.
At the moment, I'm looking at nothing of note, just one of the curtains.
Yeah, the drapes. You note that the drapes are very tattered and definitely unkept. You get the feeling that this tavern's in desperate need of an interior decorator and an upgrade, for sure. But then he follows it up with saying, you know, if you see something on display, you typically don't touch the things that are on display. You following me?
I'm not used to this kind of decoration. I kind of just like run my fingers along the drapes, moving it.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's loud in here.
Oh. Right, well, that's the sign of a thriving establishment. Ain't that the case where you're from?
No.
Alright.
Am I causing problem?
No, there's no problem, not unless you think there's one, I suppose. Just making sure everybody's happy. Yeah.
Good.
Katsu continues.
Continue.
And Roland, you see this half-orc, and then
Sure.
right as you think he's coming to you, he and he stands next to the bar,
Okay.
right next to Brava.
He like looks up like
The half-orc places a hand on Brava and scoots him to the side so that he can speak to Brelikk.
Okay.
You could just ask.
Seats. Wait, rude.
He puts his arm on the counter.
So you're the chain catalyst.
That is the moniker I was given.
You note as this man has stepped up to politely say hello to you.
Politely. Yeah, for a half-orc.
He
What a
Uh,
He's got a chin strap.
Mug has somewhat shrunk back toward the shelves behind his bar, and he just kind of grabs the towel around his band, the handkerchief it looks like, and he begins just quietly, awkwardly polishing his mugs. And the half-orc looks over to Mug, and then his head like turns back to you, and he's got kind of a sneer on his face. Out of respect for Mug here, I will not resort to violence at this point in time. But I want you to know that what you and Chief Maladar have imposed upon our people is unforgivable. Your beliefs to the false version of Baeon do nothing but impose strife on our people. And out of respect for them and myself, I thought you should know that.
I sit there, sipping my ale.
He glowers.
Perhaps you could enlighten
I
me.
like after he's done, I go. You're done?
He gets a little closer. And he has a big, toothy maw grin. Alright, I'm done. That's good. It's a good talk. And then he pounds the bar and walks off toward the staircase of the establishment. Right time I tucked my head down. And he steps away from the bar. And you look, past where he once stood, and you see Roland down at the bar, who is listening in and just enjoying his meats.
Bungeon.
And you both make eye contact for a second, and then the rest of the tavern watches as this very large half-orc makes his way out of the scene.
As he makes his way out, I will make my way
In.
Cool.
Mm.
Oh God.
And Brelikk, you turn to you're looking, you make awkward eye contact with Roland on the right, and then you try to look away, and you look to your left, and you see this man with a bandaged face across to the other side of you with this perhaps maniacal stare. And Konnik, you specifically note that Brelikk has this kind of bandage wrapped around his head to cover up some wounds. You see blood staining the
Not so
inside.
different.
Sorry, what?
I whisper, not so
Not-
different under my
Oh,
breath.
okay.
You can hear me. If you want to say your character.
No, I don't engage it for,
All right.
for now. Just sipping my ale.
So why do they call you the chained catalyst? I don't see any chains on you, so I'm confused.
I am one of the few half orc, half genasi from heritage, and I've inherited some magic from the Genasi half of me, but I refrain from using that magic as much as I can. That is why they call me the Chain Catalyst.
Oh. So it's more like a shameful.
Yeah.
Got nice
Why
ring
do
to it,
you-
I think. He seems to have relaxed a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wonder why.
He's loosened up.
Yeah, he's loosened up a little bit.
Konnik's gonna move closer to Brelikk after hearing this backstory.
This is Mug, by the
Oh
way.
God.
Mm.
Yes.
And he's gonna say to Brelikk, "Why do you keep yourself chained? Why not use this gift you've been given? The Chain Catalyst. That sounds like a self-imposed prison."
I only use it when I deem it is necessary.
It's not self-imposed. As just Ertrad from the table with Kev just bashes his mug down on the table, and he stands. A self-imposition.
Did your restraint lead yourself to these scars?
That is. And Ertrad seems to be quite drunk, and Denzum, grabs his arm to stop him from making a scene.
I think my father needs to retire for the night.
I've been retired, boy.
I meant go to sleep, dumbass. You're too drunk and you're messing up the bar.
Call me a dumbass.
Oh my God.
Never take that tone with me when your mother was still around. And he pulls his arm
Jesus.
away. and he stomps away toward the upstairs of the night.
Genzum finishes his drink and he looks around.
Kev, you watch as they seem to just get mad and depart.
The fuck are you looking at?
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Same to you, Goatman. Same to you.
And as
And he
they leave, I
follows
guess
them.
I'll walk up to the bar also.
For the love of
It's a
God.
good cue.
What does Brelikk say in response to my comment?
Yeah. Back to
continue.
what you were saying. Your question was it?
Did your restraint lead to these scars?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I believe that it was just the lack of strength me and my fellow comrades thought we had that led to these scars.
String of bad fortune, perhaps.
There's been a lot of that.
Are you interested in your future fortunes?
Yo.
Did you fucking take up the deck of many things? Is
No.
one of your magical items?
No.
Okay.
Watch out, Brelikk. He might be trying to scam you.
How tall is Will?
He's like 9
12
feet.
feet.
You.
Oh yeah, 12 feet. Go.
I'm just trying to think if Brelikk would be interested. Yeah, sure.
Small enough to
Um,
fit through most doors if he hunches over.
What my future fortune entails.
Well, can be read easily. And I pull out a set of tarot cards
You do
and I
so.
lay them out in the pattern on
Yeah.
the table. By all means, go ahead and flip.
Oh.
Whichever
Clearly
you
it-
see first.
it's
It'll be in a
clearly-
cross- it'll be in a pattern of just 3 in a row. So, whichever you see fit.
A pattern of 3 in a row. So from
Yeah,
the
just
3 cards left, right, or middle.
Yeah.
Is this an actual magic item? I feel like.
No.
It's just how tarot
Okay.
works, I guess.
Okay.
Do you
No,
have an
I-
actual tarot
I-
deck, Jack?
I I have to
I have
ask
one.
because you know, you have one cannon. Oh
If only you
shit.
had like a hood that somehow
I have the
detected
wormwood
if this
one,
was
yeah.
magical or not.
Ooh.
I will pull.
That's low, John.
I know.
Let's
I
see.
I am that low.
I'm gonna pull from the middle.
He is the low.
Brelikk is going to pull from the middle.
Should we do this RNG style? Should I actually? All right.
If
Hold
you
on.
want
do you want
to,
me to
yeah.
pull a
Cannon says he's got a deck.
I've got one too. I got one out right here.
Yeah, let Parker do it. I'd have to go get
Okay,
mine.
we'll do it
Oh,
RNG
okay.
style then. We'll do it RNG.
I'm gonna pull one at random.
I mean, pull out three.
Quite
pull out three
convenient.
random cards, and then you know
And then-
shuffle them
and you
and then
said you pulled the middle
one.
map.
I think I had the simplest way. We should shuffle the deck, then we roll a D52.
Five,
Wait, hold
five
on.
of chalices.
5 chalices.
Ah,
Does anyone know how to read tarot?
And you pulled the middle, correct?
I got a book.
Yeah.
You
okay,
have. So, you've chosen to know the present thus far, and the chalice represents you in this bar seeking a drink.
I'm
Which
not
card
gonna.
would you like to pull next?
When he says, when he says seeking a drink, I'm gonna walk over and pour a glass.
Alex, you walk over and you pour a glass, and you see what they're doing, and your red eye kind of lasers down on the tarot cards as Brelikk continues to turn them. You somehow seem interested in this.
Perhaps it would be most interesting to see the future last. Why don't you take the card on the left that represents your past?
I picked
You
the
can
card from the
gauge.
left.
All right, why don't you take one, Parker? And then I'll also say, as you are a stranger to me, I'm sure that this would help validate my prediction. And then, so what does it say?
The Eight of Wands.
The wands?
8 of Wands.
Ah, the wand, representing the magic you have encountered on your journey here. Is that something that
There's
is
been a
interesting?
shit ton of fucking magic, I'll tell you that.
Well,
Shit ton of fucking magic.
None of it his
then I
own.
suppose you should look to the future, and I point toward the third card.
Okay.
Pick the card.
The Five of
How you
Coins.
charge him?
Coins?
Hey, rich future, am I right?
No, that's your payment going to jail.
Eh,
Okay, so
if that's actually it, I'm gonna be pissed, but at
No,
the
no,
same
no.
time, I'm gonna respect it.
I'll say. Ah, the coins. I see. You will be quite fruitful in your ventures in the future. Perhaps share some of that generosity with the man who provided such insight. That'll be 350 gold, please.
I was gonna pay you regardless, but
I
I'm
jest.
not. I don't.
jest.
yeah.
Obviously, I can't charge you 350 gold. Really, any
But I
amount.
can charge you.
Really, any amount I would be happy with, friend. But
I give you 5 coins.
your future does seem quite fruitful, as I do have a knack for these things, as I had aptly predicted your present and your past. I do think your future will be bountiful. And I add the 5. I put the 5 gold in my pocket.
Alex, you watch this exchange, and Roland, you're listening to this exchange down way on the bar. Do you say
Yes.
anything to this nonsense, or
Nonsense.
What?
This is a world of magic, and this is nonsense.
Roland will come up, or we'll just glance over and say, like, there's no way you consider that true divination.
Ooh.
Oh, well.
Who do you say that to? Do you say that to me?
Yeah, just to you two, both of you.
Red dot transfers on again.
Pay this swindler no mind.
You can choose to not believe, but that'll come at your own cost. You'll see one day when the truth is unveiled in this world. There are forces at large beyond what your mortal mind can comprehend.
And no, sorry, Jack. You get the feeling that when he was pulling the cards, Brelikk has definitely done this before in the past. Like
Oh,
it feels familiar to him. Probably some
Yeah.
tradition.
definitely.
Hey, do you see my message?
And Kev, you are sitting in the middle of all this now as you've taken up your seat at the bar. Mug, entranced by this conversation, hasn't said much, but he sees you sit down and he like hesitantly like looks over to you and he's placed down a mug in front of you. What do you have?
I'm good with my wine, and my glass is still like pretty full.
Oh,
My wine.
that's right.
I haven't ordered anything from the bar yet.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
have a glass of
That's
wine.
right. You're the one who's BYOB.
BYO.
And he steps back. Steps back toward the shelf and puts the mug back up. Katsu, what are you doing back there?
I'm kneeling down on this table looking at this sword to see if those are bloodstains
yeah.
sticking into the table.
What's going on here?
I'm squatting on the table.
You are uncertain.
I give it a
yeah.
taste. A lick even.
Okay. Tastes like iron, but that could be the blade.
That could just be the sword. Shit, now my tongue's bleeding.
Mug turns back around and he looks over at Katsu. Hey, you're not supposed to stand on the tables.
If I were to purchase a drink, would you quit your yelling?
Oh my god.
I might.
I might.
May I pull the sword from the table?
You can try.
I reach over and I try to pull the sword out.
That one's right stuck, that is. Make a strength check or athletics check for me.
Alright.
I'll be right impressed if you can yank that bugger out. Been there since we opened. So you all kind of hear Mug yelling across the room at this Dragonborn sitting on a table just yanking at this sword, and it kind of like wiggles from side to side like, but the blade itself doesn't break and the sword stays stuck. But as you look on the table at the stains, you do note that there are stains you've noticed as you've been browsing the decor, that there definitely are lots of stains throughout this establishment. But this one is much darker, and it does appear to be dried blood by your account.
Okay.
Appears to be.
And as you sit on this table, you have a nice vantage point of the room again, now, especially now that some people have cleared out and aren't as distracting. Make me a survival or a medicine check as you kind of put things together. So these pelts on the wall that you were seeing before, you've seen a lot more of them now. Some of them look humanoid.
Well, like made of fur or like dried pelts, like close to leather?
The first one.
Okay. Hairy humanoid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you stay on the table looking at this sword? Where do you go?
I'm gonna hop down and say, well, I owe you a drink. I'll payment for one. And I'll hop over the bar.
Now you're speaking my language. And he drops the tankard on the table and kind of looks to Alex.
I shuffle. Phil.
Alex, you know, you've been a little different tonight. You seem a bit distracted. I've never known you to be a worker who gets distracted.
The red dot looks at him and then looks down at the cards still on the table and then still kind of like looks back to him and kind of rotates his head and fills the cup, and then quickly shuffles back to to refill the keg.
People who see this exchange, which is everyone, you get the feeling that this Warforged seems to be contemplating, as if the tarot game has made him.
Ohio moment.
Ohio.
Ohio.
I'm not in Ohio.
Ohio.
He
He comes back. He's moving and he's flailing like.
I'm not in Ohio. It's funny because I can hear you guys the whole time when that happens.
Yeah, it's so weird.
And if you go back to the VODs, you can actually see that it's like still real time on my end, which is the funny part.
What the fuck? That's funny.
TDS, not sponsored. Don't have them as your ISP.
Damn.
So, yeah, as if these tarot cards have kind of caused him to think about where he is in life and where he is currently going. Generally, you all know Warforged to be very isolated, function-driven beings, and for a short moment, it appears he deviated from that function. You're all at this bar. This tarot game now done. What does anyone else do?
The next time Will's character passes me by, I pull him to a second. I'm like, Warforged, can I ask you something?
Once he hears his name, he stops moving and kind of plants his feet into the ground, and his head rotates down.
I've never seen you to speak a word, but tell me, is he actually paying you? Are you being compensated? He keeps giving away all this food. You're not a slave, are you?
I kind of look down. I hit my chest, and the cash drawer comes out, and some coins kind of flop on the ground.
And there's like a ka-ching!
Yeah. And I scoop the coins back up and put them back in the drawer and close it.
Getting paid.
Okay then. Checking.
I walk back towards taking my position.
Yeah.
Assume
strategically placed in the middle of all of the patrons. Very nice.
The red dot is trained at Jack's character.
Brelikk, you would be at this point enjoying your tankard of ale that you so requested after drinks were given on the house, and Roland, you begin to finish your delicious meal at the edge of the counter, and Kev, you continue to sip your wine. As all of you seem to finish your activities, your various activities, the night seems to wane on and die down. Some of you have rooms here already, and some of you may not. Katsu, I would say you don't have a room, so you would need to get one.
Okay.
Brelikk, on the house. Kev, do you think you would have a room? You won't need a room. Yeah, that's what I thought. Konnik, you come here often. You probably have a room. Roland, you do. And, Alex, you don't need a room. You kind of just shut down behind the bar, usually, when it comes to close.
The back room, baby.
Yeah. Well, that's a window.
Oh,
I
where's
sit
the?
staring out.
It's just kind of behind the the bar over here
alright.
with Mug.
I ask Mug, for the night, can I sleep in the boat?
The what?
As he
The
says
boat,
this,
on the right side.
Brelikk, you're like, the what? And you
Oh.
look back and you see like a rowboat in against the wall in the right side of the room, and this rowboat, make a history check, Brelikk.
History. Oh boy.
Oh boy!
Sick. Sick.
Yeah, so
Back to my normal rolling.
kind of strange to you that there's this rowboat out on the out in the open lobby of the foyer of this tavern, but you see like the way that the front and the back of the boat are shaped. It's reminiscent of a design from your homeland.
Mm.
Yeah, I suppose, well, wait a minute. Why? Why do you want to sleep in my boat? What is it with you in that boat? It's got sentimental value, and it's worth a whole lot more to me than it is to you. What's got you so interested then?
I'm just curious. I've
Curious
never
enough.
slept in a boat.
You've never slept in a boat.
No.
How'd you get here? You awake the
I
whole
will
time?
pay you. I'll pay you as if for a room if I can sleep in the boat.
I suppose we could come to an agreement with all my business decisions tonight. We haven't been
Now he wants the money.
pulling in a whole lot of gold. I'll charge you double for it, but you can sleep in it. Cost you four gold.
Very well.
Everyone's starting gold, by the way. I don't know if we went over this. You can, add whatever adjustments that you made this session to 100 as the baseline. If you feel like your character wouldn't have any or anything like that, then you can lower that as you see fit. But 100 is what we're gonna go with.
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar.
As we are level 10, people have a little bit more moolah in on their person, should they so choose. Sure, just, mind how you step into it. It hasn't moved in a good number of years, so, it's not all too stable. Just, don't make any, it's not a bed, don't jump on it and, snap the wood and such.
Thank you.
Hope the rotting wood acts for as a comfy mattress for you.
I will inform you in the morning of that.
Please do. Ain't every day we have someone sleep in our boat.
It seems.
Well, come to think of it, and he's cleared some of the plates and some of the tankards from the bar. And he says, I think it's about time I get some shut-eye. You lot here can stay at the bar, or you can turn in. Whatever, doesn't matter. Alex here will keep an eye on you, tend to your needs till he's the only one left here. I'll see you all in the morning. And he
Good night,
leaves
Bug.
from behind the bar. Good night, say the man.
I finish my ale,
Mm-hmm.
and I prepare to turn in for the evening.
Yep. Mug would have given you a key. It's like wood in craft. A wooden key, and he leaves that with you, and you prepare to head on upstairs to the room that he described.
Since I've been sitting down, I've kind of been taking looks at Rollin, trying to, again, just like any gems or jewelry.
Me?
Roland, what does he see on your person?
You're rolling.
You would see nothing except for are you can you make a religion check?
I would love to.
Religion.
Religion.
11?
11 schmackers.
Okay. I mean, I don't know, Harry, would he know the symbol of my god or no?
Probably not.
No.
Mike says no.
I would say no, yeah.
Okay. So
I'd say
you
he
just-
knows
you
it's
s-
religious, probably. You know.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
You see my guy currently, he's just wearing essentially like commoner's pants with like an undershirt on that seems to have chafing on the shoulders, wearing chain on it. And so like it's seems like he's definitely just like relaxing now and whatnot, but he does wear a necklace with a gold chain with some kind of religious symbol on it.
I thought you were just gonna say gold chain. I was like,
He's a bro.
Besides that, he has a ring of some kind of silver or silverish nature, and that would be the only jewelry he seems to have on him.
Gotcha.
All right.
You hear the door swing as the halfling in the corner leaves the establishment. Cannon, do you want me to flash your art, or should I wait till you have your armor on?
No, you can flash it. Right now he's not in full armor or anything.
Yeah. See the chiseled looks of a man with a
What a man you
little
are, Roland.
goatee and matted hair.
damn,
I
this
love
is like the most
AI.
Giga Chad character you've ever played.
So weird.
He's such a man.
What a man, what a man.
So, seems like the night has wound down, and even the music ambiently subsided.
Oh,
You're not sure where it was coming from. Magically, perhaps, it filled the air.
where's that
It's from the boat.
damn bar?
It's from the boat.
The boat
Katsu
creaking.
just hears it. He just hears it louder now.
Do people turn in for the night?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well within
Yeah.
your rights to do so. Presumably everyone at some point in time, after having their needs satisfied, leave the bar, and Alex, you clean up after they've gone, and the braziers, even themselves, begin to die down a little bit, and the room darkens as you power down behind the bar.
Damn.
Okay. Is there anything anyone does in their rooms before they go to bed as a routine?
Probably say a prayer, but I'll
Mhm.
keep that to myself.
Yes.
I would have just sat down in the chair, disappeared.
Alex, you would have made a note of this as he just warps out of existence.
Jesus. Does he go into a? Jesus disappears.
By your measures, yeah, you're not sure what happened, but he just vanishes from the stool that he was on. We'll say he was the last one, so that just you saw it. Anyone else do anything?
I would just pray in my room.
Pray.
before-
I would
Pray,
ritual
pray.
cast Find Familiar.
Okay. So that's a 10-minute cast time, yeah?
Nope, that's an hour and 10-minute cast time.
Okay.
It's a ritual casting it.
Yeah, so as you
Can I get an owl?
Yes, as everyone does their routines, they eventually fall asleep, and Conic, you're up at night in your room, just, ritual casting, and an owl, woof.
I send it to patrol in the night. What I'm patrolling for.
What do you say to the owl as you open the window?
I say nothing. It's my familiar. He knows.
Okay.
He knows what he needs to get done.
And the owl just leaves behind a feather on the windowsill, and you close the window.
And, when I disappear, I'm pretty sure my ring stays. It would just like clink onto the seat.
Oh, okay.
Alex might have seen that.
Okay.
Do I hear it clink?
I'd say so, yeah, you're a clinky guy.
I gotta put it in my cash register.
Yes, you can. You see this
Oh.
ring?
I put it into
Oh.
I put it into a separate storage where it seems to be. I don't know. Can you see anything within your ring? It's like a fishbowl. Can you see
I
out
don't
of it?
think so.
Oh, okay. Well, for
You
for
cannot.
visual, I
That's
put it
so
into
fucking funny.
I put it into a little compartment where it's filled with other trinkets and knickknacks. That seems to be a lost and found.
I can hear around my vessel, but I can't see.
All right. Well, you hear some more clinking
The jingling of coins.
as it goes into a little seems to be a little lost and found pouch, or like a there's
Will-
like a comb in there, or some
How big is
loose.
this
One-
space?
Do you get the tips, Will, or does your boss?
This guy doesn't seem to care about money.
Yeah,
I-
Alex keeps the tips.
Okay.
Oh, I do? Based?
Yeah.
Yeah, the boss does
All
not
right.
seem to fuck about money, bro.
You would have found an extra 3 copper waiting for you, buddy.
Oh, 3 copper. Holy.
3 copper.
Oh, cheesers.
Sucks.
Yeah, but now he has to put copper in his inventory.
Cheapskate.
It's Will. He's not going to put it in his inventory.
No, I just put it in. 3 copper.
Let me
Come on, that's his
use
first tip.
the bathroom real quick as the characters sleep for the night.
I also piss in the boat.
I
Tea
also
break.
will sleep.
Tea break.
Will, how big is your compartment?
How
would you
big is
say?
my
Oh.
compartment?
Can you fit an owl?
Yeah, Will,
Mike.
how big is your cock anyway?
Whoa.
It's just a side pouch where it seems to just be a bunch of loose things that people drop that I hold on to in case they come back, but usually they never do.
So like in 8 hours, when I'm forced out of my vessel, will I fit?
Probably not.
Will he fit?
It'll probably break my pouch.
Will opens the lost and found and just finds like it's leaking and full of like blood and mush.
I just have a bunch of little pouches on my. I have a lot of little spots. My
Are
guys
they, like,
almost.
outside of your guy or inside?
The register is inside. The pouch is outside.
Okay, good.
Would you say these pouches are a bunch of useful items?
This pouch to me is a pouch, but to you guys it would be like a full bag, like a whole pack size. I am almost as tall as I am wide.
That is
I am-
so.
You're just a
fucking-
giant Minecraft block.
I am a house. Yeah.
You're a big square.
I think this is the first time I've seen a player character play a large,
Yeah.
large creature.
I've had people become large with abilities, but never like stay large.
yeah, like druid and whatnot, but like someone who's just straight up just.
Me and Harry thought it'd be fun.
I think
like
it's fun.
This was
I
just a
love it.
flavor
I
thing.
love it. I
What's up?
love it, honestly.
Oh,
We're talking about the big
Talking about
size. the bull scale.
Will's size being large, like I love it so much.
I can't wait till I get every combat having a -2 initiative because my shit decks.
Is all fitting.
You're not the only one.
Fuck.
Leave it at that.
Out the noon, I always say.
Everyone's fast asleep in their various racial sleep cycles. You know,
For now.
Whoa.
Sleep. Excuse me, what?
Something else.
Racial?
Alix is in sentinel mode. Anyone who's trancing can trance. I don't think we have any trancers. Any trancers in
Any transfers in chat?
the party?
Any prancers?
Who would want to play an elf? That's
Any
what I'm saying.
Good.
transgenders?
We don't like elves. Those were in
Yo.
Arc 1. We don't like them.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying here.
Fuck elves. All my homies hate
Fuck
elves.
the elves. Knife-eared fuckers. Alright.
Damn.
I
So-
too hate elves.
But I love D&D.
The night passes on, and Alix, at some point throughout the night, you hear the creaking of footsteps coming down the, or I should say, at some point in the early morning, it's like the sun is rising through the windows, kind of a thing. You hear creaking of floorboards as the large half-orc makes his way,
The one that was beefing with Matt, or the one
that was beefing
mad
with
at his
Matt.
son?
yeah,
Okay.
Damn.
and
This bitch.
he just, seemingly getting on with his morning, makes his way outside.
Thank Baeon.
And disappears. But you are in your sentinel state, aware of, you know, certain things that happen. Looks like he's an early riser as you're just finishing your kind of sleep cycle. And after not more than a minute or two, he hurries back in, and he's got kind of a furrowed brow and a confused expression as he runs back upstairs and doesn't pay you any regard. He goes back up the stairs, going up, and disappears. And after a few moments, you can hear some knocking upstairs, and then two sets of feet come bustling down the stairs, and Mug seems to be awake, and this other half-orc and him are going out toward the door, both with similar expressions on their face, kind of curious and a little worried. And the big one runs out the door. Oop. How do I detach?
Oh, no. Someone got fucking slashed by the hash-slinging slasher.
Hash slinging. The sash
And
ringing.
he stops at the door, and he turns back to you, Alix, and he says, Mog's gotta go out for a bit this morning, Alix. You hold down the shop, yeah? You hold it down good."
I like it. It's a very rigid and fucking mechanical thumbs up.
Yeah. And he's like, and he nods, and he makes his way out the door. At some point, pretty soon after, the two half-orcs from last night also come down, and everyone else, you wake up. From your slumber.
Oh my god, I made it through a long rest without a nightmare.
Yes.
Fucking crazy.
That's like, I thought there was going to be a cutscene.
Yeah.
Dude.
I thought there was
I
going to
was
be a time event.
fucking waiting for it.
Quick time event.
Quick time event.
Quick time event.
Brelikk.
Quick,
As you
roll a
awake.
deck save.
I'd say, Conic comes down first and makes his way. One sec.
Why, of course.
Of course.
Of course I would come down first.
Conic, you, get downstairs and,
Get down.
the half-orcs kind of groggily slapping their faces and looking around, kind of puzzled, and they just begin making their way outside. Aside from those two and the waiter, Alex, that you've come to know, you don't see anyone else in this establishment. It's like,
Stroll outside then.
for a tavern, it is eerily dead.
It is a morning though, so
Yeah.
I'll stroll outside to take a look, and I'll have my owl come back to me so it can inform me.
Oh. Yeah, well, with your owl, they can't telepathically communicate, right?
I do not think so. I think that is a specific. I can look at, but I don't think they can.
Okay. Then, yeah, your owl, you would meet your owl out front. And, Kev, well, I don't know what happens to Kev. Hang on.
I'm in Will's pocket.
Yes, you are in Will's pocket.
Wait, is Conic downstairs? Is he outstairs or downstairs?
He
Or
looks like
downstairs?
he's downstairs walking toward the door.
Oh, as he was walking down, like, I don't know if he notices this, but Alex is zoomed in on him and kind of seems seems excited a little bit, and kind of scans him as he walks out the door. And he kind of gets a little sad.
Alex, you think in this moment.
Memories.
You think in this moment,
My
you
weak
were given
processing power.
you were given an assignment by your boss to stay and man the tavern in his stead.
Hold down the fort.
But your future is walking out the door.
I waddle after.
What?
I trudge
That's so good.
my shitty 2000 Mac OS processing power, recognizing that he is the man with the tarot cards, and I follow.
This sounds like such an anime.
Yeah. You both walk outside.
I follow way behind. But
Yeah.
I'm slow, but
By the time you reach him, Conic would be receiving the owl on his arm outside of the tavern. Roland, you have rolled out of bed, and
Yes.
oops, I didn't mean to toggle your combat state.
Wait.
And we'll say Katsu isn't too far behind, and you both, not together, but headed down into this tavern, and you both get down to the bottom, and you just see no one. It's just dead. It's weird that not even the Warforged bartender, server, is here, seemingly having left his post. It's a total vacancy, and you both kind of just look at each other briefly.
Very interesting.
Do you go outside?
Yeah, I would want to go outside and
I go outside.
Actually, Harry, now would be a good time to ask, what is the actual symbol? If there is one.
There is one.
Good to know.
Thinking for a moment. Pull up my reference. Oh god. Okay. Open with. Get Oh, hopefully this doesn't flash up on the stream. Oh, it's not going to. Good.
Guys, look, it's the plan for the whole campaign. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it.
Open.
Oh my god. Agamemnon, what are you doing here?
Leave him be!
What are you doing here?
Jesus.
I don't know who that is.
If Agamemnon is here, I would be surprised.
That would be surprising.
That would be funny.
And then you wouldn't be allowed to play in the puzzle anymore, John.
That's correct, Jack.
By which we can conclude we kill Agamemnon.
Physical maps, John.
We will say it's a shield with a raised fist in the center of it, and the way the symbol is on metal, it's like the shield, and then the fist is kind of like protruding from it in kind of like a righteous, you know.
Sure. Okay.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah, thanks for telling. But yeah, I think Roland probably go out for a walk just to see the sunlight a little bit before
he kills himself.
Ominous.
I
love grimdark.
And outside you see a little girl on a lamppost.
No.
Boom, baby, grimdark. You thought we were
That's
doing
where
this
the entire
campaign
town is.
No. Yeah,
The
the
entire
entire
town-
town is dead.
Hey, Awad, what's up?
Yeah.
Hope you're watching the stream, buddy. I love grimdark.
And while you're standing there looking out the window, Brelikk, will say you kind of groggily wake up last. You know, you kind of had a real shit show of a couple of past days in a completely new land, surrounded by completely different people. You almost
Brelikk
died
will not
once
want
or
to be happy.
twice, and you're just like absolutely directionless, but the building funnels you back down the stairs. You're feeling much more rejuvenated. And you stop.
No one's in here.
And you see Roland by the window looking outside.
Oh.
And no one else.
He's not allowed to know happiness.
said the barkeep isn't here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the barkeep isn't here either. I mean, I start going towards the exit, I guess.
You've been here for a couple days, or was last night your first? Oh no, you were here for the first time last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roland would say, as you're about to leave, you there? Do you know when the barkeep usually gets back? Are you up this early?
No, I'm brand new. This is this is new to me.
My apologies, I'm not the best with faces.
Oh, fine. As I step out.
I think about now I would be forced out of my room.
Okay.
So
We will cover that. Roland, you stay in the tavern?
Yeah, I'll stay in the tavern.
Okay.
Where's Katsu?
Kanek, you're outside, and you, Katsu has made his way outside as well.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's kind of funneling out. You see Kanek and, Alex standing off to the side. Kanek doesn't seem to have acknowledged Alex yet, but Alex is definitely hovering, and the bird lands and communicates what it knows. And
Very
Conic,
interesting.
from this you decipher that in the night there were very strong winds, and your familiar had a hard time keeping to the skies, but it was able to perch atop one of the taller buildings up in the branches of a very, very large tree outside of this tavern. And as you step outside, you look up and you see Gale, as it has always been for you.
Oh, what? This is a tree person place?
Yes.
All in one big tree.
You find yourself down
how'd
in...
Wow, this
How did I
looks
not
really
see any of
cramped.
this when I walked in last night?
This
Jesus.
looks extremely.
It was dark.
flammable.
It was dark.
It was dark, and your dark
It was
vision only
dark.
goes so far, so... You got a sense of the lower buildings, but this tree erected up the center,
Damn.
it's
It looked like Zootopia.
well known as the Tree of Qeynos. It is a large part of Gale, and you look up to, where the owl is kind of directing, and you see that there is quite a clamor coming from the outer rings kind of above them, and there's this large gathering of people and different silhouettes, just different bodies, up in the second platform in the picture, in the visual for Gale. Looks like there's some kind of public event going on. You see this, and taking your familiar's information, begin making your way to the updraft, which is throughout the Tree of Qeynos. The way in which you rise to the next level is not through like any kind of stair or anything like that. It's the tree itself is a conduit for wind, kind of like doldrums, and it picks you up to then set you on the next level of the city. And the closer you are to the tree, the stronger this current is. And so you see out in the distance these bodies just being lifted into the sky, or like into the air, and then gently setting themselves down on the first platform, and then doing the same thing to get to the second platform, and they're kind of joining the gathering.
Like an air elevator.
Yeah. You make your way toward this, and Alex,
I'm seeing this world in a whole new light.
you follow. Yeah, it's almost as if like it's the first time you've been outside this tavern, it seems like. And your red laser is just like darting around on everything, taking everything.
My head's full 360 swivel.
Katsu. Well, okay, Kev. You erupt from your ring. And I would say what happens is, Alex, your cash drawer just springs open, and
Oh, he's in a side pocket. He's not even-
oh, okay, he's
We're
in the
good,
side
we're good.
pocket. So
Yeah, we're good.
he springs out of the side pocket.
It would for sure rip
and-
the pocket.
Yeah,
but-
yeah, and it Luckily, it seems like the ring displaces itself a bit to where, like, it, doesn't open up right in the pocket. So the moment it's like you take a step and the pocket jiggles, the ring kind of just, like, launches itself up a little bit and out sprouts Kev with the ring just, like, magically now on his finger. And Kev, you realize that you just came out of the ring, which came out of this massive Warforged.
Who took my ring? What? I'm looking around. Which one of you fuckers?
And then your eyes just set upon this, like, burly Warforged that just, like, lasers down on you.
Sure, I take off the ring. Hey, this ring, don't pick it up. This is my ring. My ring.
Me.
I reach into my pocket
It's me.
and I pull out a ring of my own. the ring of animal influence.
No, you're such a fuck, Will. You're such a. I hate you.
You slip it on.
And I slip it on, and I kind of well, it doesn't really fit. I just kind of hold it, and I kind of gesture it towards Mike.
Holy shit.
Like you're just holding it out for me?
No, I'm showing you that I also have a ring.
Oh,
Best friends.
okay. We have an understanding, you and me.
This wholesome character.
All right.
It is a pretty wholesome 100 character.
And then
Why are we
Will,
out here?
your character suddenly looks for Conic again, as if you've let him out of your sight for too long. And then you see his
The
head
red dot
just
still goes on
swivel
him.
to find Conic, and then he just the robot immediately starts waddling after him. And Kev, you look up and you see people just getting Conic gets just like lifted into the air by this wind and up to the next level. Do
Do you have to be like have wings to use that, or is it just kind of like?
No, it's just a lift.
Oh,
And
cool.
you've used it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roland, or not Roland.
Maybe Roland.
Roland,
Oh,
you
okay.
see people passing the Tattered Pelt from the outside, and they seem to be excitedly, like, moving toward this gathering. Well, something,
Okay.
you're not sure, but it's the gathering. Do you stay in the tavern?
I'll go check it out.
Okay.
Why not? Couldn't hurt.
Yeah, so you make your way out, and
I'll kind of like check back in the tavern, and once I see nobody's there, I'll follow the crowd.
yeah. Scene change. People, I know it is 11 o'clock for everyone. People okay with continuing for a bit here?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm good with that.
thought I'd check in. Let me adjust this to make sure. Yeah, everyone can see this, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Drop the visual. You all eventually, through some stretch of time or another, make your way over to this gathering up in the tree, and
Oh my god, he's gonna jump.
experience the lift of this of the tree of Qeynos, the updraft, and Mike, he's gonna jump, and then so Will, your character is very heavy, and
Yes, very heavy.
as you stand to the edge of this, updraft, you step in, and you can feel like the strong wind just like And as you stand there not being picked up, the wind gets stronger, like, and eventually the current of the wind
It's really trying.
is
It's
so strong that you lift off the ground. And
I imagine it's a slow fucking
Yeah.
lift. It's a slow fucking crawl.
And you too eventually make it up this draft, but it is a struggle. And you see like a random citizen step into the draft after you, and he's like, whoa! He just gets absolutely launched, but you see him, your laser darts onto him, and you see him luckily get caught by another edge of the draft that's going much slower, and it catches him and just keeps, like, you know, keeps bringing him up. He's like, whoa, whoa, he's, you know, flipped upside down.
I think my processors are shooting too slow to really process that this is flight. So I feel like I'm in some flow state where I just have no clue what's kind of happening.
Yeah.
I'm just laser just searching to try to keep up with Connie.
Okay. Eventually, you all come out of this updraft, and you all individually arrive at this gathering, and you notice that it's taking place around the trunk of the tree itself, and into the trunk of the tree are these archways that are kind of like burrowed, going deeper into the tree, and you can see some large lettered signage that you know, titles this place as the Halls of Qeynos. And those of you who have been here in Gale know this to be, you know, the religious establishment in town, and most of their, you know, chambers, they have like these truth chambers that are within this, these burrows in the tree. And you may never have been in there before, but you know of this pretty well. So you see this gathering take place right outside the massive archways that lead into the tree, and you approach. As you do so, there is kind of like a light updraft, just a light breeze kind of constantly in this place, lifting up your hair and billowing your clothes, and you hear the voice of a man that billows through the wind as he appears to be attempting to calm the clamor that is outside of this establishment. And the voices are kind of muffled. That voice is muffled initially, but as you draw closer, you see in the center of this crowd with this man who is addressing it, there is a pedestal in the center, and the pedestal houses a small piece of stone, almost in the shape of a crescent. Brelikk, as you approach this scene, everyone else kind of filters into this crowd, more or less. And Brelikk, as you approach this scene and you see this stone piece on the pedestal in the center, that it is one of the tablets. Now, you haven't seen this tablet in quite some time. In fact, you can't recall seeing it recently at all, just because ever since you received your tablet and everyone else received their tablets, they kind of fell by the wayside, and people didn't, you know, mention them, but they were there, and you were reminded of them every time you arrived in some kind of religious establishment. And the tablet you see on that pedestal is the tablet of chaos. You know that Ak was in possession of this tablet prior to his demise, and you never recovered it from his body. Yet, here it is.
Harry, do I know what this thing is?
I would say you don't.
If
Though
anyone,
it does intrigue you.
If anyone were to see Brelikk as he like looks at this like tablet, you would see he goes pale. Seeing
Trouble,
like
my friend.
realizing like what it is. Did you say something, Jack? Sorry.
Troubled, my friend.
As he's next to you, it just appears.
It just appears.
God, it's such a fucking...
Jesus.
You look to have gone white.
Do not know how that has made its way back to here.
Kanik, as he says this, the tablet that he describes above where it stands on the trunk of the tree in very large lettering, as if carved haphazardly, is the large message: war is truth.
Addressing the audience, begins to ring out, "Huzzah, people of Gale!"
Can we get some trumpet music?
Can you do the trumpet thing?
The trumpet.
Flash's portrait here is
Me?
like
The
a-
trumpet thing?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, don't you normally do the or saxophone? Or you can get that.
It's hard. My lips are chapped. I can't do it.
His
Get
hands
this
are
man
cold.
some moisturizer. Someone
this
get
man
this
some
man some Burt's
chapstick.
Bees.
It's fucking loud too, okay?
We need Aquaphor. Burt's Bees. Ah, the dead.
Someone please. We're dying out here.
Huzzah, people of Gale! I am the voice of Qeynos to you. We have been given a gift. And he gestures to the tablet.
What is that? What
A gift.
sort of truth are you offering us?
I am unsure of its properties as of this moment, but I know our leader, Lord Akko, is speaking with Qeynos now to unveil this very problem. This very question left unsolved.
What kind of a message is war is the truth? What the fuck does that mean? We want answers.
And you shall have them, citizens.
Me in particular, I am very curious to know the answer to this question.
Like a Star Wars like NPC. Right?
He sounds like one of the for the Trade Federation, the green guys.
Some murmurs in the crowd. Calm down, people of Qeynos. I'm Gale.
The man seems quite flustered.
I will be able to give you this information shortly. I ask you in these times of questioning to calm yourselves. The truth will be unveiled to you shortly.
As he's saying this and as Kanik is leaning in toward Brelikk, Kanik, you see Brelick's pack begin to move. And a moment later, something surges out of his pack, And
No, I try to grab it because I realize what it is as it's moving in my pack. I try to keep it down.
can you make me a dex save?
Yeah, I'm going to try.
Let's see what happens.
Down that.
Oh man.
So
What in Qeynos is that?
Wait, hold on. No. Actually, never mind. I can't do that. That's not how the feature works. My bad.
The tablet of law shoots into the air, into the space above Brelikk, and it hovers for a moment, and then it drifts as everyone turns silent.
I make an attempt to grab it,
How are you going to do this?
and I use my feature, Portent. I have foretold this, and I have prepared. A natural 20. I used one of my rolls was a 20. I'm going to use that. You
Okay.
can look up in one of my earliest
Like a
Portent rolls.
divination.
I think I deleted it, maybe. Oh, no, yeah, you're right.
There's
There it is.
12 and 20.
Yes.
Was
those
it
are
for
the
this
two rolls.
morning? Did you roll a new
So-
one for this morning?
Yes, it was this morning.
Okay.
This is the first time I ever rolled Portent.
Yes.
This was
You may use it. How are you trying to grab this? It is up in the air, like it's like 20 feet up. So
Oh,
yeah,
stuff.
and it's just
No,
drifting.
I grab it as soon as Matt fails to seize the bag.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as Matt
Do you
fails to seize the
continue
bag,
to
I'll-
hold on to it as it pulls you into the air?
Wait, what?
Wait, it continues
Um,
pulling me into the air
Yes.
after I grab it?
It
Yeah,
seems
no,
to
I
be
think
pulled
I think-
from otherworldly forces.
I think at that point it turns into a let it go.
Mm,
So
That's
if you
yeah,
know
I'll hold on
that
to
this
I'll
okay,
hold on to it.
you
I'll
hold on
to
to
it.
it.
Oh no.
You see the citizens like.
Jack,
Uh-oh.
what race is your character, by the way?
I'm human.
Okay, just making sure. you can't
He's
tell.
part banana.
Can't tell.
I'm a banana
Dear
Sunday.
God.
Jack,
You
what race is your character?
Baeon, why? Baeon, why?
you are
You
holding
just
this
said
tablet.
human. I look at Mike's
as-
reaction. Mike's just like, "Bleh."
You all see as Conic, the tarot man from the tavern. I don't know if he told you his name, but the tarot man from the tavern begins.
Tarot man.
The Tarot Man from the tavern?
No, the tarot.
Tarot?
Tarot.
The tarot man?
In the air, I attempt to cast Dispel Magic.
You do so.
Does it stop it from floating?
It does not. And
Oh.
as you do
Uh-oh.
so, there is a reaction from the tablet as it erupts with almost you
Uh-oh.
intuit it to be almost like some kind of defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I just realized this. Jack, what is your alignment?
Chaotic neutral.
Chaotic neutral. Tablet of law. Yes. Okay. We may need to retcon something here. Jack, you don't need to use your portent. The tablet comes out and you quickly try to grab it, and your hand actually passes through the tablet.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
This is how they work. It's been this way since session 1. I just totally
Okay. Yeah, that's
spaced my
fine.
mind
See,
when
it's-
that happened.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought about it. I thought there was something else.
I'll regain all my reasons.
Yes, you have your portent. Yeah. So you try to grab it and you watch as your hand passes through this item, which to you is very strange. And the tablet begins drifting over toward the other tablet until it kind of connects its two tips together and
Whoa, now. Hold. What the? Hey, yo.
Docking.
Brelikk,
Any
Uh-huh.
dockers?
as it
loves
does
docking.
so,
Dockers.
you see, like this thing connects, but in the middle of these two tablets, there is a missing piece in the shape of like an eye, and it had completely slipped your mind to this point, but the other person who had a piece of the tablet was in fact Peacekeeper, as if it were meant to be.
Damn.
And you note that it is not here. You can only assume he has it. And
Characters back together.
And from the skies, you see a Warforged flying in, and he drops a
hear-
nuke on all of
Fortunate Son start playing.
Brelikk, you stand there, Conic, you stand there, and people around you, like in your immediate vicinity, back away ever so slightly, hesitantly, as they note that it came from you. And after, to break the silence, you hear a voice. That's the chain catalyst right there!
Oh, no.
For fuck's sake.
He's the Messiah!
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
God help me. Baeon, please.
And,
Yeah. Yeah.
just this, moment of just, like, realization from Brelikk
No.
as it all comes crashing
No.
down.
No.
And one onlooker from the crowd, Messiah? Puh!
It's
I
all
barely know her.
This half-orc is the truth of Qeynos? I will not have it. And
Who is this guy?
Who the fuck is this guy?
Where does this even come from?
and everyone who is in the party, make Constitution saves as the tablet connects itself with the other one.
Everyone in the party?
Yes, everyone in the party.
Everyone in the party.
Oh,
Thank God we all came here.
oh.
Bet you think you're real smart, huh, Conic?
Finally, some.
Bet you think you're a real tough guy.
Finally, some good fucking food.
Yeah.
Some.
With a
Look at
plus
that con save.
six.
Thank God I
Motherfucker.
took the feat.
I rolled a 19.
What's the feat?
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that con
I took what's it called? Hold on.
We'll have to go over what feats from the feat
the-
facelift.
The adapted feat from the feet
Love the
face.
feat.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I need those con saves.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All coming together.
It's all coming up, aces.
We are a big enjoyer.
So, shit, gotta look at the rules. Kev and Roland, you watch as these tablets connect together, and your eyes roll back, and you immediately fall unconscious.
Uh-oh.
Was I like standing in the crowd and I just kind of
You
fall
were.
over?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And
It's like you got shot.
you hear people like,
I'd like to
"Whoa!"
fall over.
as other people kind of begin shifting out of the way of these
Is this an
falls.
enchantment spell?
I don't think it has a school.
It's the negative energy
Don't
school.
worry about it then.
So those who stay standing, your vision gets bleary and you start to see double, but you still are standing. And you're not sure if it's the bleariness of your vision, but you see these flecks of embers, this red fiery energy, just ever so slightly apparating from your person toward the connected tablets. And Brelikk, you look at this tablet of chaos really closely with your bleary-eyed vision. Can you make me a perception check with disadvantage?
Sure.
Your
Nice.
intention is
Nice.
to read the names on the tablets, but you cannot make them out. As the chirper from the crowd beckons, "We will not stand for this false truth." And
I can't tell if he's French or where he's
It's
from.
definitely French.
He's just
French,
he's a Star Wars caricature.
And after he says this, it's like his voice is echoing throughout your mind, like you're hearing it over and over and over again if you're still awake. Everybody who's still up, make con saves.
There we go.
I will use the lucky feat.
Okay. It's his
It's
thing.
a spills check.
Okay.
Oh my fucking god, no way.
I am no puppet of fate.
Conic, you have this thought, and you say this out loud as you just resolve your body and your mind. Your legs feeling extremely tired as you watch Brelikk and you hear other people's bodies hit the ground while you still stand. Your legs, your body is just drained of energy, and do you do anything particular with, this moment you have? As you can feel
did
your
you say
body.
Did you say Brelikk passed out?
Yes,
Is
he
it just us
collapsed.
that passed out, or are other bystanders passed out?
It seems like, from what you can tell, Brelikk just passed out in front of you, but you get the feeling that others have also.
Others, like as in random citizens, or main characters like us?
I mean, you wouldn't really know.
You
because
wouldn't
you're
know,
Conic, yeah.
You do hear some muffled.
A lot of them
Okay.
still kind of are strangers to you,
Okay, I'm going to I'm going to open Brelick's pouch and see what's in there.
You're not going to rob me, are you?
He's not evil, Matt. He's only chaotic neutral.
Brelikk, what's in your inventory, buddy? What would he find?
Check. I mean, I don't know what you're trying to look for.
Ka-chow!
Okay,
Hey.
I'll go down the list. Great sword, halberd, archon blade, great sword +1, flail, arcane buckler, robe of useful items, streaked armor, 3 smoke grenades.
Oh, streaked
sovereign
armor.
glue.
What kind of streaked armor?
I'm currently wearing it.
Oh, okay.
I
never
should-
mind.
I should
I won't
say.
steal something. I won't steal something directly off you.
Right.
I
Take
appreciate
the arcane buckler though. I will take that.
What the fuck?
All right.
He had to
Conic.
buy that at a magic shop.
Conic just
I guess so. I guess he did.
he's got his hand on the buckler and he's pulling it out of the bag, and as he's like holding the buckler, his hand just kind of like the weight of it itself is like brings your arm to the ground and you fall to your knees. And you
I'm not
face
gonna
plant.
lie, you kind of fucked up, Jack. You should have let me keep reading. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
What do you mean?
There was some other stuff. You don't know now, but there was some other
That is
stuff in the
true.
inventory. That
I thought you were done reading. Keep reading.
no, I was still go. No, you
Oh,
already
keep reading.
you-
I don't.
The hands off the
whatever.
chess piece now, Lang.
It's you already taken the buckler. It's out of my hands.
Yeah, I keep
literally.
looking through your inventory. I keep
He's
looking-
still gonna you can still rummage through.
Yeah, I'll keep rummaging through.
I mean, personally, I don't care
You
about.
would have had
else that comes
you
next,
the amount that Matt read. You probably would have only had enough time to, read what was there, or read take a look at.
I'm not
whatever he
knocked
said.
out, am I? I'm still up.
You're
right?
knocked out. Yeah,
What? Can I make another con save?
you cannot.
Fuck.
Hey, you got an extra moment and you robbed me, so.
Way to go, asshole.
Mind you, you couldn't put the buckler away. It's still in your hand, and there's a fucking. It's a crowd of people around that just saw you do it before you passed out.
I don't know if they were focusing on that.
Oh my
on the
God.
Rob.
He's robbing him.
They're like, oh my god, they're all passed out. Why is he going into his Why did he pull? Oh, okay, he's out too now. What the fuck?
Hey, your character doesn't know what's going on. Even when he comes back up, I'll have a good reason.
Sure.
You all go nap time, and
Powering down.
yes, including the large robot.
Yep.
I'd say Will, instead of falling, you probably just like while standing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everyone's just
I'll
kind of
just-
like looking at you like, is he okay?
Is he-
Do they do this?
Yeah.
And you power on, Will, and you're standing still, but everyone
around me's dead.
you
I'm all alone.
awaken on this cold stone. Let's see here. And the air of where you are now is also very cold. So much so that you see your breath as if in a fridge. It is incredibly dim. For those with dark vision, it's not so dim, but you cannot see past a certain point, as it is just a wall of darkness. When you look up, you see that there is an arcane light, like a little magic flare, embedded in the darkness above. But despite the light, the shadows around you are almost absorbing its effectiveness. And regardless of the visibility, you will all quickly realize that you have awoken on the edge of a steep drop-off, and that you are not alone. You are with each other presently, in this eerie place. Strangers from the night before, perhaps, for better or for worse.
I look over at Brelikk. Can I speak? Can I see him? Is he close by?
You can see him, yeah. You are all within speaking distance of one another.
Well, I told you it was a fateful encounter, did I not? You seem to know what's going on. Why don't you inform us?
Only that fate is again intervening.
He says tiredly.
What the hell's going on? I'm looking around. Genie, what's going on?
Eugenie does not reply.
Excuse me, who?
And it doesn't seem to take you anywhere when you try.
Genie, get me out of here.
Come on.
Wait.
Get me out, Genie.
We'll wake up soon. Just someone probably has a message.
When you, yeah.
I always knew these skies were fake.
I just check my bag and stuff. I make sure I have everything on me that I remember. No, I just mean like gaining my bearings. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes, you would.
But also, if anyone had, stolen anything, they happened to
Good
find
God,
it.
all my loot. Thank God it's
Right.
all still here.
that's what I'm saying.
I try to summon my staff from my pack. Does that work?
Summon your staff from your pack.
The Warlock pact.
I would say no for the moment.
Come on.
You see like little fizzles. As it seems to work.
I touch my holy symbol, and I see if I can just like cast guidance on myself to see if I can feel the, I don't know, the connection to my god.
Yeah. You would feel it is very distant, cold to the touch, like an ice cube.
What is this decrepit place that would be so forsaken by the gods?
As you all ask these questions and you turn away from the drop-off that you have awoken next to, you see as far as your vision will allow before the darkness walls you off. But you notice there are words already etched into the floor before the darkness. And they are really big. Clearly, as Brelikk said, a message is to be delivered to you, and it was meant to be seen. To whom this message is addressed is carved into the top. So there's a stone message carved into the floor, addressed to you all. Who among the party would like to read this message? Who will speak it?
I guess Roland would try, just out of self-interest, even. Oh.
Let's give it to
Sorry,
Roland.
Matt.
Roland will start speaking.
Roland wants to do it. Go ahead.
As he
I'll go for it.
quizzically reads the message aloud. Oh, this is cool. Go ahead, roll it.
Did you?
Do you see it?
Come on, Roland.
I don't see anything. That's
No,
good.
yeah. It would have just
I don't
flashed
see it.
to. Okay.
Do you want to just post it in Discord,
Yeah.
or is it a picture?
Let's try that. It's text. I'll post it to everyone
Roland
once.
can't read.
Roland, you okay over there?
Yeah.
Can you read?
I have comprehend languages if I need it.
Honestly, what I'll do is
You sure?
it's a real stinker. Oh, here we go. Got it. Copy pasting from Foundry's weird.
Oh, you just DM'd it to me?
Yep.
It says, what is this? Brelikk, Kev, Al X, Katsu, Konik, Roland. Now you are the faithful few. This is your truth. This is your purpose. Attend the eulogy of the prophet in Safeguard. Usurp the false chief Malodar in Heritage. Deny the return of the dragons in Forlorn. Unite the tablets of alignment. And the truth of the world will be revealed.
Truth.
I've just made the trek. All the way from Safeguard. And it wants me to go back. Well, so be it. Hate this godforsaken country.
Well,
And as he has read this aloud to you all, your eyes drift up to the darkness behind the message.
Me?
Everybody.
Oh, okay.
Just you.
Just you.
You
Nice one, Mike.
zero in on a figure emerging from the shadows. I'll slap it up in case people need it again. A silhouette. The figure glides forward, and as you watch it approach your position on this cliff edge, your heart begins to race. Instinctively, you step back, and your heel touches the edge of the cliff, and some stones tumble off into the darkness. This corner of truth and lie. To live or to die, the decision appears. The silhouette approaches. As you turn to see the cliff and the rocks tumbling off and the silhouette approaching, it's almost like your fight or flight response is kicking in upon just the visage of this character, and very much so you're in the flight mode, but there doesn't appear to be any way to go except off the cliff. Do any of you jump willingly?
Is jumping flight? Is that running away? Or is that us running into them?
It's right.
Oh, jumping is flight. Yes, I see what you're saying.
Oh, okay. No, I stay.
I would stay.
Okay.
Would stay. Do I recognize the shadow?
I'm not jumping.
You would not.
Damn.
I don't know
I
if I'm
would have taken
comprehending
you
what's
for a
going on.
jumper.
It's a little far away. Yeah. Alex is like, what the fuck?
I'm not processing.
Katsu, do you stay?
I stay. Yes.
If there was one to jump, it would be Katsu.
Right, yeah, check
Just
the
'cause-
weak link and then everyone else is assumed, yeah.
He seems like he's the kind of guy who's like, all right, let me fucking jump out of a plane for no reason. He's a free spirit.
He's
For
got some
everyone who chooses to stay, roll a wisdom saving throw as you fight the fear in your heart.
I love wisdom saving
Or your-
throws.
I'm gonna use lucky.
Yep.
My favorite.
Well,
Oh baby, that's funny. I don't know how much of it is fighting fear. Or just get out of the
God.
opposites.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, I didn't get that one. I got a 19. I feel like mine isn't fighting fear. It's
Do we
just
have one
not
from-
processing the situation.
Can we get one from Brelikk?
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Relic.
Save, right?
Yeah.
Sick, dude. So wait. Oh, it's -1. Okay. I rolled a 3, -1. Sick.
Roland, Kev,
Dead.
and Konik, and Brelikk. The four of you
Dead.
step back away toward, to get away from this, like, just instinctively you step back, like, kind of out of shock, and your foot slips. And you drift back off the ledge. And you fall into the pitch black darkness without any sound. Kev and,
Got Scipio.
or rather, yeah, Scipio and Katsu and Alex, you turn, like your eyes flit just for a moment, and you see that the people that were there before are no longer there, and it is just you and this massive robot. The walls continue to close in as you stand facing this message. And it is strange to you. You realize that these words were pre-written without your knowledge. They were never in your control. The message was seemingly inevitable, and it will be delivered. The silhouette approaches. Do you jump?
Yeah,
It's close.
I jump.
Katsu.
Robo Man versus the Shadow.
You jumping, Mike?
Am I still on? I
No,
got
it's
nine.
just Katsu
We
and
all
Alex.
fell. We all
Oh.
fell.
Katsu,
I don't
you
think-
dive.
I don't
and...
think I would jump.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd process jumping off anything.
Do I sense this
In my
presence?
life.
Can I, so my casting didn't work, right? But, like, earlier, like the
Yes.
guidance cantrip,
Yeah. You are, falling. And for all intents and purposes, you are out of the sequence.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm falling.
Katsu, you turn,
I'm free.
and the darkness behind you, compared to when you were facing this silhouette, is comforting. You close your eyes, and you take the leap of faith.
Dude, what was
That's
that?
hilarious. Okay.
That is such...
What happened?
Someone went, or whatever, like...
It was a banging
it sounded-
sound. It was so
It sounded
perfect.
like you were just face planted or something like that.
Oh, thud.
You take the leap of faith.
It might have been coming from your mic, yeah. I don't know.
Oh yeah, maybe that's
So
right.
funny.
Alex, make me a wisdom save. With
Oh, baby.
let's yeah, I think it makes sense if you have advantage in this moment. He was ready to click that.
He was...
ready to go.
What is fear?
Do not process fear. Just ignore emotion.
The silhouette stops.
Oh, you're Utahing.
Utah.
Ohio.
Utah?
Now
No.
it's an Ohio moment. That'll be an Idaho moment. Yeah, fucking
Yeah,
Nebraska
yeah,
moment.
yeah.
The grunting.
I'm gonna strangle TDS. The silhouette stops before you, Alex, seemingly 5 or 10 feet from you, hovering above the message in the floor, the wall of impenetrable darkness at its back, the head of a black raven stares down at you, very large. Let's see here. Yeah. This raven stares down at you from up above, Alex, and your red laser traces onto it, staring. The fear, air quotes, with your, whatever tells you to run in your programming, it has subsided, but it's looking through you as if it sees you for who you are. It stares down at you unblinking, and a voice is heard in your mind. Tell me truthfully, faithful. Do you seek a better future?
Is that the end of the sentence?
That's it.
Just making sure before I said it.
Yeah.
So, since it's talking in my mind, I have no ability to speak.
Yeah.
But
Right.
in my head, it would process. It would understand. Not better future, but purpose. Purpose would be the one word that would be the answer.
As this thought registers in your circuitry mind, you feel the wind pick up from all around you as a strong gust smashes your body with a force that pushes you over the edge. Then fall. And your red light laser eye from top down disappears into the darkness below. And you feel your mind stir, and you surge awake. You all wake up. We will end the session there.
Wake up! Wake up!
All right, this message, I'm going to share it. Configure ownership, all players, observer, save changes. Should be able to access it in your journals tab.
Fantastic.
I can't believe no one died on the first session.
Damn.
No,
That's
Will's
crazy.
Will's second session.
True.
Yeah, if I get past the second session, usually we're on a good run.
It's really funny
True.
that Will's character was the last one there.
I don't know
Yeah.
why. It kind of felt appropriate.
Yeah.
Kind of cool seeing the Warforged Ale Man. What is fear?
Not process fear.
Okay.
That is
And like the Gale dispensing robot.
yes.
That
that
was
is
a
the end.
very fun intro of that character.
Yeah, I love all your guys' characters. It was fun.
Yeah, it's a very interesting party.
I love paladins.
Don't you?
I love paladins.
The wistful tone. Oh, Paladin.
I did not expect the tarot deck to show up. That was fun, Jack. I loved that interaction.
Yeah, my character can see the future, so. Of course.
Did you like what I said, you Jake?
Yeah, I did.
I see the future, Aster.
I like how you just fucking stole his magic items, dude.
Just casual theft.
He just took a fucking arcane buckle. Yeah, sure. Take the +1 to AC.
I was trying to wake him up, guys. What are you talking about?
Dude, I thought Jack was trying to look in his bag because I was like, oh, he's like there must be another tome in there. So like, he's like, no, what kind of items you got? Let me grab one of those,
I
player.
was looking for another tome. He just happened to have an arcane buckler in there. I'm like,
Give me one of those, player.
Yeah, sure. Take the +1 to AC. Been trying to get. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna sell it when I got to a shop to get a fucking shield.
I was
I
gonna
can't even
use
utilize
it.
I can't even use the
Damn.
arcane buckler because I have Warcaster anyways.
Dude.
It's not even-
Not gonna lie, the best part about having 2 monitors now is that I can have the webcams up, and every time throughout the session I just look at Mike's giggling his ass off at some dumb shit that like, it's so much
That's
easier
the
to find
best part.
bingos now that I can see the webcam.
So, did we get
uh,
a bingo today?
Now we
I
were
th-
one off.
Don't
Damn.
we need to change the bingo now.
Yeah,
because
if anyone has any ideas for the bingo board,
I am going to
might
add all of
take a
your
session.
characters to
I
the
was
map.
I was gonna say you could add Alex refills tankard of ale or something. I don't know.
You gotta give it a couple sessions, I think.
Yeah,
before
I think we
find
gotta.
Yeah, we gotta get more of a feel.
You could
you
definitely
could
have
say-
Tonic has a anime psycho moment or something.
I think
Yeah.
what would be a good one
Probably
is
safe bet.
pulls from the tarot deck.
Yeah, pull. If we get ideas, I can always add. We were one off this session.
Mm-hmm.
What
anybody
were the-
noticed,
what were the lines?
What was it? Alex was blocking Kev's path.
I
at the
did,
tavern bar
briefly,
for
yeah.
like 5 minutes. That was hilarious.
I was just walking back and forth, blocking Mike, and then I know Mike for sure Googled like how small do I have to be to share a square or like walk through someone's legs.
No, I googled how high I can jump, but
Oh.
satyrs can jump like forward far, but not high.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they have some weird special.
At least you're
That's
a Fae
weird.
and not a humanoid, Mike.
Yeah.
True.
We missed our bingo on 2 different squares. We missed the Jack poop, and we didn't get Jack potential threat panic. So but Jack didn't get either of his classics.
Damn.
The
What
fuck,
is
Jack?
what is Jack?
But we definitely have to replace the
Oh.
Parker Cast Zone of Truth because that's no longer
Yeah.
no longer a thing.
Wait,
Yeah,
Jack didn't
unfortunately.
get either what?
You didn't get your
Oh, I have Zone of Truth.
The
you
last
didn't get
goodbye,
Jack
everybody.
poop or Jack panics at potential
That's
threat.
sad.
What is Jack poop?
Anyways,
Jack usually
I'm
just
Glad
takes
you
a
asked.
new session and then he's on
Go
his
take
phone.
a shit.
Oh.
Instead, I went to eat, which is why I was on my phone.
Thank you for playing, Parker.
Yeah.
Thank you. Welcome back,
I'm going to
Parker.
bed, so
Yes.
happy to be
I'm
back.
very glad you're here for this coming.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
I will
I
find.
couldn't make it to Gale.
No, you did
Damn.
though.
Well,
you
actually,
did.
Your
I
ashes made it.
So that's fine.
And your
Close
tablet.
enough.
We
Parker,
made it
if
to
any-
kill everybody.
Parker, I will try to find a good spot for Ock to
Now
spread
that these
his
tablets
ashes.
are trying to reunite,
It's all on you.
what's happening to Negotiator's tablet?
Alrighty. Good night, gents.
Good
We
night.
can talk about it.
Remains to be seen.
You'll see it down the line.
Man, maybe you should keep those ashes in case you run into a true resurrection at some point.
I mean, I'm holding on to them for the time being. Like, if we
You never
do,
know.
that's great. But like at the same time, right? If I run into something like that, it becomes the moral obligation of would Brelikk want to true resurrect someone who fell in battle, and would Ock want to be brought back?
Can you true
Right.
resurrect people's ashes?
Yeah,
Oh, you
that's
can?
the one where you can resurrect people who are in ash form as you true resurrect them.
Oh, nice.
See, I thought, I still liked in the session originally is that we thought that Ock got literally lasered so hard he didn't exist anymore. But then it turned out he had a shortcut. I was like, I thought it was like the fucking moment where what's his name, Avdol got fucking like warped into non-existence.
Erased, yeah.
We
Yeah, I did.
Fuck, like that's sick.
we
I
thought
did
about
kind of
that.
think that he just disappeared.
We thought about that, but at that level, we wanted it to be like a revivify thing. Like if Parker wasn't the one to get roasted, he could revivify people, you know. But he was the one who was roasted, so
Did get pretty
know.
toast. Iggy!
okay. All right, time to drop all the NPCs on the map too.
Deal! Iggy!
Very.
Hinjaku!
It does feel like it's weird. Like everything before was just a prologue. It feels.
Yeah, it was
like.
just Brelikk backstory. Really.
There
We
is-
just played through Brelick's backstory. We actually all just played through Brelick's backstory now, guys.
That is true, because none of you, are part of it.
Yeah.
This is all just Brelick backstory. He walks in the tavern.
I don't know how to. I've never been in this position where I have to, like, sort of play and like interact with the same players, but like new characters and sort of regurgitate information, right?
Uh-huh.
Messiah!
And, like, sort of like in a way, like dance around the question. The players know, but their characters don't know, and I don't know if I like really 100% trust them yet, right?
Yeah.
You can trust me.
I will say so far you've been getting some thumbs up for my character. I mean, you're gonna need to come up with a really good reason why my buckler is in your hands when I wake up.
I'm trying to wake you up, bro. I was trying to look for another tablet, see what's going on in your bed.
Of course. Why didn't I think of that sooner, Jack?
It's obvious, Cannon.
Cannon, are you playing a paladin?
Yeah.
Only you could make a paladin shady and mysterious.
What?
Are you calling Cannon untrustworthy?
I'm untrustworthy of you guys.
What?
No, I'm untrustworthy of
No,
you.
no, I'm untrustworthy of you
No.
guys.
I'm untrustworthy. You guys are the untrustworthy ones. No.
I'm a paladin of justice.
I don't know what to make of Mike's character yet. I'm intrigued.
What's the
Um,
guy?
I don't think
I'm
Kaden
I'm
knew how
intrigued
that
for the
came
time
off
being.
as John. I think we both had immediately had the same idea.
Oh no, you guys, terrorists!
That's-
I am a model citizen.
It's like, yeah, Kaden, you're shady. But Kaden's like, no, you're the shade. No,
You're the shade.
You always manage to make your characters like comedically different, Jack. It's funny. This guy's just like a psycho, like it's differently from your other characters.
What do you mean he's a hero?
Right. No, I just like how he just comes up behind people and just starts talking. It's just funny. Like,
Prophecy can come at the strangest times. There may not be forewarning.
I like in my head there was like a scene where the tablet's connected where you were like, no, I refuse this fate given to me. And I imagine the guy like next to you in the crowd just looking at you with like a raised
he's like,
eyebrow,
oh, God,
what
just
the
like
fuck?
turns
He's
like,
opening
like I'm
his
next to
bag
a
right now.
psychopath.
Oh no, he's the quiet kid in class. He's opening his fucking bag. Oh no.
Oh, shit.
Dear God.
I imagine like a few women screaming like, "Oh no, he's robbing him! Somebody help them!
Messiah.
He's the Messiah!
false prophet.
I do not accept this Messiah.
Messiah?
Messiah?
Got this like.
No, the Grand Republic.
I was laughing because Harry never told me that voice was coming.
I'm not gonna lie. That like whatever like for talking a lot of game and the image in my head like the NPC speaking that is fat, has these big fucking
don't
thick
see it.
glasses.
It
Messiah?
was an Aarakocra for sure.
Oh, Utah.
Utah.
It was an Aarakocra for sure.
Mm.
It was a Nemoidian, guys.
Who is this supposed to be?
Can't you
I do not accept this Messiah given to us.
What? That voice reminds me of a character. or
It's Bubble
something.
Bass from SpongeBob.
Dude. What?
I'll take that burger animal style.
Oh my God.
4 legs slapped, fuck it, and make it come. 2x2 animal style.
And that's the stream. Thanks
Oh,
everybody
there
for
was-
watching, and
Nice.
see you next time. Watch the
I
VOD
like
on
how I
YouTube.
just get caught doing the most